Let's go. Yes, Alex Sarr didn't go to Hawks. I love it.
Houston, let's see what they do here.
Dude, We Talk Hawks are just losing their shit. They're so mad. They're like, F Sarr, he didn't want to come here. They wanted him so bad.
I think that dude's going to be pretty legit.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? He played in Real Madrid. That's freaking where you learn, man. Fundamentals. I'm so
Rockets.
glad they didn't get him. I can't believe they didn't draft. They must be trading Trae Young, man,
Why you say that?
because they didn't draft this guy. If you want to keep Trae Young and you're thinking of winning with Trae Young, that's the type of center you need behind him, right? You need a guy that's agile and can block shots, can do shit like to protect your shitty defense, right? So it's like,
I would Trae Young. I would get rid of him.
yeah, I think that's what they're gonna do. That's why they're doing this.
Yeah.
So they got a wing, right?
He's more of a 5 to me.
No. I'm talking about the guy that the Hawks drafted.
He's pretty big.
He's almost 7 foot, dude.
Yeah.
Who did they draft? Wait, am I mixing it up?
Reese Shea. They took Reese Shea.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking he was talking about Sarr.
No, I switched to the Hawks, the guy the Hawks got.
Okay.
Isn't he a wing?
He's a big wing, though, I think.
Reed Shepherd, that dude can shoot the shit out of the ball.
Because the Hawks need more shooters.
This is awesome, man.
No, I'm ahead of y'all. My bad. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Reed Shepherd. What? I think that was a jump. Somebody jumped up.
I thought San Antonio was going to eye that guy.
Reed Shepherd.
Who just said Reed Shepherd again?
Yeah, I think he's the best shooter in the draft.
Good move by them. They need shooting from the outside.
He looks kind of like Grady Dick.
He looks like a young kid, eh? Look how young he looks.
Who is that?
He's got that drawing on a mustache because it doesn't grow yet.
52%.
How tall is he, though? How tall is this guy?
6'3".
I don't know. I would never waste my top 3 picks on a 6'3" guy. That's crazy.
Oh, man, dude, he can shoot the ball.
Yeah, but, well, I guess this draft's weak, so maybe they're just going to take whoever's got some talent.
I mean, if this draft is so bad, if you get the best of anything, you got to take it. And so you take the best shooter.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If there's a shot blocker and he's the best in the draft, you take that.
52%. Are you kidding?
He shoots 52% from 3?
Yeah.
52.5%. Yeah.
Yeah, on a good
frick. Damn. That's nuts. So what's the vibe in this room? Do you guys think we're trading anything in the draft?
I mean, I'm only paying attention to see if Tim Hardaway gets moved as part of this draft.
Yeah, I have a bad feeling we're not going to do nothing.
You see, y'all saw that Denny Abdia went to the Portland Trail Blazers, right?
Yep.
I did not.
Yep. For the first round pick, this one right in this draft, and one in 2029, and 2 second-round picks. And who is the Malcolm Brogdon? Which?
Yep.
Oh wow.
I don't know. I don't know why Portland is acting like they're trying to contend next year.
Well, that's a lot of. This is what I mean. We'll never be able to make a deal. We don't got nothing to offer compared to other teams.
Or is he a point guard?
We didn't have anything to offer last year except Bertans, and we ended up getting a lot.
This guy's got a 42-inch vertical. That's my
holy shit! That's 6'3". Well, Jordan had 48. Great.
Max vert or
Is that his mom?
Standing vert.
You talking about the blonde woman
Look
or
at
the
Joe
black woman?
looking at his mum.
Yeah, the
I
blonde
see
one.
what you're doing.
Nah, she looks like she yells at kids for riding their bikes down the sidewalk.
Yeah, that haircut does her no favors.
Yeah, that does not do her any favors. Is right, Big J.
And she's got a pantsuit on too. That's just.
That's yeah, yeah. I'm gonna stop talking right there. They might put this on YouTube and cancel culture. Come get me.
Is he 18, you guys?
No, he played
19.
3.
We're just blessed.
I thought he
Yeah.
played 3. He only played 1 year.
I thought they said he was 19 on the little thing when they were
Yeah,
showing the stats about the 52%.
I'm not making any kind of affirmative representations. I simply don't know. So you probably do.
Oh wow, he's super short, 6'1" and 2/3. Ooh.
6'1".
This I guess that must be in
Oh
socks.
my
He's probably
god. That's terrible. I would never. I don't understand getting short guards, man. Even if they're good shooters, that's nuts.
He looks like his mom.
So I can't make all my jokes in the up here.
Ooh, I don't know what they're gonna do. You think they take Castle here or Dillingham?
Who's picking? Oh, San Antonio. Okay, so does Stephen A. Smith officially have an 8 head at this point? Because that hair is running.
It's at least a 6 head.
He just needs to get that up and just go bald, man.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the pick is in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a proposed trade. Oh, that's Washington. Yeah. So it's Washington has what 3 picks this draft now? Is that right?
3 picks this draft. Yeah.
Man, it's always these fools at the top of the draft, man, because they just suck every year.
This is the worst draft, and this is the one that they decide to get a bunch of picks. Fuck.
Yeah.
Stupid Washington, man.
They probably picked French guy, let's be honest. Tijon or something.
You said you hate the French guys. What?
What I tell you?
Interesting.
I just can't wait till pick 17, man.
Here it is, guys.
They're not going to blow that on Bronny.
Big J, you sound like you're way far away, by the way.
I said they're not going to blow 17 on Bronny.
I wouldn't put my money on it.
So
If
this
they do,
Castle, Richard thinks that Tristan Newton, his backcourt mate, would be a good pick for us at 58. Stephon Castle played, excuse me, at UConn with Tristan Newton. Whew.
I wish they would show projected, like where they were projected to be taken, and then where they're picked from.
I saw something today that had Castle going forward to the Spurs.
Has no one picked Klingon yet?
They're not going to show projections because if they're wrong, they don't want to show that. They'll show their draft pick board or the ranking. But I actually think Chad Ford was it Chad Ford that used to do the draft for ESPN got in trouble because he went back and he would revise his draft picks to make them more accurate after the draft.
Who's making all that noise to you guys?
Is it me?
I have no idea.
I think it's Joe.
Yeah, I'm pulling stuff out of the dryer. I didn't think I was that loud though.
Who do you think they're picking? Donovan next?
Do they have a big?
No, they only got Wiseman is the only big.
Oh, they let him walk today.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Really? He's unrestricted free agent?
Yep.
Wow, man.
We should go get him as a fourth string big.
To get rid of Powell, like we could have given minimum to this kid. But we got Powell, unfortunately.
I'd rather have Powell.
Wow, Donovan Clingan is 6'7" man. 282. Shit.
He's a relatively big fella, but he got pushed around by Edie.
Damn.
Appreciate you, Kareem. Thank you. Want to make sure everybody heard me say it.
I didn't hear anything. What'd you say?
No, he gave the first super chat.
Oh, I saw that. That's pretty cool. I saw that little function.
Yep.
They just
Appreciate you,
that?
Kareem.
Did they just update that today? I had to get an update on my phone right before it came on.
Yeah, I think they updated it today. They were supposed to have a meeting about it tomorrow. Let us know how it works. Sorry on this. So appreciate you, Kareem.
King, can I ask you a question? What do you think of Sar not being picked by the Hawks?
I mean, the Hawks are the Hawks, man. I don't know what to say. It sucks. It sucks, but
It's so funny there. I went and saw Demon was pissed. He's like, F Sar, I don't care. He didn't want to be here.
You better hope Luka don't ever leave the Mavericks, so they're gonna laugh at you heavy.
Yeah, Gina Kim.
That's why I don't do stuff like that. Like I know trolling and all, but that's heartache, man. Like they still got fans to watch a team, so see that's horrible.
But don't you think they didn't get him because they're planning to trade Trey?
Nah, they didn't get him because supposedly he'll go there.
Yeah, he refused to work out for him. He told him basically.
Yeah, he didn't work out for him. And supposedly the whole Luka thing, Star and all that stuff coming back out, like they don't want to play for Atlanta, so I'd be mad.
He was also in it. He was also in Atlanta and refused to go work out for him. He was like, yeah. So it was way worse than
you
what
don't do that. That's
and dude gave away being the number one pick, like because he didn't want to go to Atlanta. I've never seen nothing like that before.
Might be smart though.
I mean
he obviously thinks it's smart, but it's just like I'm just saying, as an Atlanta fan, if I was an Atlanta Hawks fan, I'd be mad.
But to go to it, he chose Washington. That's
Washington over Atlanta, like.
Yeah, but you know,
probably just because he knows that it's DC and the nation's capital and all that, but it don't work like that with basketball, bro. He'll find out.
Atlanta is, I don't know. I like DC. I used to live up there.
Now, I got a problem with either one of the places. It's just, I guess they don't think the organization is good, but Washington's not a good organization either. Like they're trash, but like I said, it's nation's capital, and he's coming from overseas, so he's probably thinking it's the place to be.
Detroit, that's crazy. They took all their 5 minutes. Maybe that thing was in play. Oh,
Do y'all think Denny means that Grant's gone?
Probably. I mean, who's there?
Since they don't fit the same timeline, they're a young guy. Their team's too young.
I just don't know why they traded for Denny. I mean, are they trying to win now?
I don't think so. I think they're about to let Denny lead, like be there. They're going to get a they're young to have potential to grow together. I think. So Spurs has a chance. DeAndre Ayton, Denny. I think they get rid of Jeremy Grant. They still got Shaden Sharp too, right?
Yeah.
And Anthony Simons. Like they got a bunch of young dudes that when they decide to win, they'll be right. But I just think Jeremy Grant may be too much money and too late in age for them right now.
Nick Claxton signed a 4-year deal, $100 million with the Nets.
Yeah, saw that.
I'm surprised.
If Ron Holland doesn't work out, well, they already got rid of the G League Ignite, so it don't even matter. I was gonna say they're gonna get rid of the G League Ignite.
Did you see that thing I wrote? I sent you about everybody's tripping on Jeremy Grant, but they're like his last year is a player option, and if a Timmy Hardaway's $16.7 million option is attractive to teams, then the $36 million player option is attractive to get off salary too.
Yeah,
I just don't know they're going to do that though. So,
talking about Detroit, I really wanted to use Tim Hardaway Jr.'s contract to be that piece. I don't know how it's gonna work out because they're talking about second round picks being attached with them, so we're still at first round, I guess. But I really wanted Tim Hardaway Jr.'s contract to be the contract where we trade and we're like, all right, whatever he's traded for, that's part of the piece that's gonna put us over the top. I don't know if Quentin Grimes does it for me, man.
What about Kispert in Washington?
Fear, y'all. Portland's gonna come on through and send us Stabile and Denny.
You think so?
Hell no, I don't. I'm pissed. Everybody act like he wasn't going nowhere.
I'm going to tell you, man. I think
it was last year, Richard. I thought he wasn't going nowhere. I thought he had a chance this year. I mean, after the season was over.
Yeah, no, I have caught the hell over that little bit. And to get him for damn Brogdon and damn two cheap ass Spurs. That's a miss, fellas.
Yep.
They gave him. Let's see, Brogdon, you said in 2 first, right? But they had it tonight first, though. We didn't have it tonight first. I don't think.
And it's their third pick of this week draft. I mean, that's not good draft capital. And the other one's in 2029.
I was gonna say, I don't think we could have got him, though. I think we needed to pick this draft.
Yep, that's why I think we was out on it.
I don't know.
Kuzma's available, but they saying the Sacramento Kings might get him.
Yeah, I'm gonna. It's not like past years where I was like filled with anxiety because Cuban was calling the shots. This year, at least, we got Nico. Although I did read that that Cuban's gonna be in the war room side-eyeing people.
Well, but he ain't got no pull, so it doesn't really matter, I guess.
I got a question for you guys. How does that work? If a guy is a free agent, he's not a free agent right now, but he's gonna be, right? Can you trade for that guy from Charlotte?
No, you gotta do a sign and trade.
Miles, huh?
You gotta do a sign and trade. If you can't sign him up right, like you don't have the money, or he can't take whatever money you have remaining to give him whatever money he needs, you have to get them to sign him and then trade him to you.
And just so everybody's clear on this, they're not going to sign and trade Miles Bridges for Timmy Hardaway because right now they owe $0 for the player, and if they sign and trade Miles Bridges, they'll owe $17 million to Timmy Hardaway. So they'd have to get pretty extensive draft capital for that deal to be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
make any
that's
kind
what I
of
was going to say.
sense.
We got to include some type of draft capital for them.
they're
It's an expiring
they're
contract, and
they're
Charlotte don't really
taking.
got serious books, so they'll take them. But we'd have to include something for them, though. It ain't gonna just
Yeah, they're taking bad contracts for draft picks, so
yeah.
it would
Well,
definitely take a draft pick.
Well, you
but on
think it
good
would?
look though, I think they're
I
way under
think
the
you could
cap. So
probably
those
get him
guys,
for one though, Joe. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you can get them for one. It's just about doing it.
Do you
I
trade
believe
a first
try
to
to get
get
Miles Bridges for one
Kuzma?
first.
He said he
Do you
wants 22 a year, and I think that hard caps us.
That
So
does.
well, but
Whoever is that last guy in that piece line, Joe is going to be the guy that hard caps us probably.
and if we're hard capped, that means I don't know. Can we still sign
Nothing.
DGJ for the 5.2?
We're done.
We would have to
Yeah.
we would have to make it work out, but I think we can.
we
I
still have the
think we can
taxpayer.
still
We still have the
sign him
taxpayer
as
minimum.
long as we get rid of Tim. And we might have to get rid of somebody else as well in that trade if he wants 22 to make the 22 be even.
Cleva?
Nah, Cleveland's too much. That's not 22.
Yeah, Dwight.
It
Still
has to be
say,
Dwight.
like at the White Powell, yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
that'd be great.
I still say Josh
listen,
Green
hey,
and
guys.
Max going to Portland answers our problems with Tulane. They get their draft pick back. They get Josh Green. Yeah,
So hey,
Now, you
Nico
might be able
needs
to
to
do
get me on the phone. I
let
make that
me
deal
you
happen.
answer.
might be able to do a Josh Green and a Maxi Kleber for him straight up.
Hey, but here's the
Hey,
thing, guys.
Nico needs to get my ass on a conference call. I'm making that deal go down.
So
Call me, Nico.
here's the other thing
Or-
too is we'll only have 13 players, so we've got to have enough money to get to the 14th. Get a 14th player, so it's got to be a rookie minimum. Because like you can't pay $3 million for a vet man. It's got to be like the rookie men, like a million, $1.8 or something like that. Because then we start slipping towards the second apron, which would be devastatingly fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Well, Newton would be really good, and I've been a fan of Nikola Juristic for about 2 years. I mean, if you're gonna buy in on a damn pick, Nicola's a young Denny. He's where Denny was when he got drafted. And Christian Newton, honestly, guys, I think he's a cheap guard replacement. I think he would make Josh Green and Jaden Ivey replaceable. I would take a draft on him.
It just depends on where we are with salaries on these trades and stuff like that, because it might be one of those things where we don't want to pay that money for him because we need to save that $2 million or whatever he's going to be making. So 1.7, I guess.
And
I'm
Nancy,
checking
I see Nancy asked how the Knicks doing everything they did today because they started stacking up on draft picks, Nancy.
Yep.
When they stacked up on draft picks, they sat for a while and people made fun of them for a second and said nobody's gonna come there and all that stuff. And then they just pounced. But I don't know how I feel about this Mikal Bridges trade yet. I don't know.
Oh, I think they gave up too much.
I think it's good. They gave up a lot though. I don't know if it makes Are they better than the Celtics, fully healthy?
I think they can beat the Celtics. I think they can beat the Celtics.
Here's
think
the
they
other
can beat the
thing.
Celtics, or are they better?
Good.
Are they better? Or do you think they can beat them?
I think they
here's
got
the
higher
other
IQ guys on the top five
God.
than Boston.
King, here's
Hell
the
no.
big
Go ahead, Joe.
Here's the big thing about that contract. The Knicks put out they paid out 22 and they took in 21, so they are not hard capped. So if they got some room there.
They can still make a trade if they need to.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not about the hard cap part. It's more about like I said, they gave up everything.
They got to figure out how
they're
to
not
get
getting a
Hartenstein
superstar.
back.
Like, there's no more superstar unless they give away. I mean, they can still trade players for a superstar if they're under that cap. If guys want the guys, like say if a team has 3 guys, and they'd rather have 2 great role players.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those things where Danny Ainge is going to try and hijack somebody for 8 picks for Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah. France is killing.
Yeah. Oh, who is she? Oh, she is good looking.
But I don't know. I know Div said a second ago that they got more high IQ players on the Knicks than they do on Boston. I'm like, bro, I don't know about that one.
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
don't
I
know.
don't. I don't see the two stars being high IQ on Boston.
Man, I watched highlights today of Boston and Dallas, and they absolutely are a super high IQ
Like
team.
I say, just
I think the
because
three other guys on
just
the court
because we
are.
dislike Jason Tatum doesn't mean he has better IQ than most players in the league. Like y'all gotta chill with that, man. Jalen Brown,
I don't hate.
Kristaps Porzingis, Drew Holiday, and Derek White.
Shit, Jalen Brown fucking lectures at MIT and Harvard. That dude is fucking basically a genius. Plays like 15 musical instruments, and including the piano and the cello.
And not to say
That's not basketball
they're
IQ
champions
though.
now.
Yeah, I think
No, that's not basketball IQ, but they're champions now, dude.
I got you, but I'm saying I think personally we were easy to beat if they manned up on us, right? Like I didn't think we were the best matchup for them. Like I think there were tougher teams.
You gotta stop, dude. If we'd have played anybody else, you'd have said he's won the championship.
Yeah, they were a horrible matchup for us.
Stop changing the stories, man. If it had been anybody else, y'all would have said we're gonna win the championship
Hey,
and all that. Now we
King,
changing and saying, well, they lucked up and played the Mavs.
the victors control the narrative, King.
Come on, Div, man.
No, I'm serious. I honestly think that the Minnesota Timberwolves were stupid the way they played against us. I thought the reason they lost, they didn't play smart. They should have won if they played smart.
Because we were a better team, just like we beat everybody else.
Higher IQ team, I thought we were than them.
They were just a better team, dude.
So if we're a higher IQ team
than them,
and the Celtics
Minnesota.
beat us.
But I think Minnesota would be a tougher matchup for Boston. And the reason I
they would
say
have
that,
worked them. They would have worked.
The reason I say that is because
I agree.
I don't know what worked.
The only team that would have gave Boston problems is Denver.
Yeah,
because they can't guard.
And Denver too. Yeah, Denver would have been tougher too.
They would have cooked Rudy.
Denver would have been tough because it would have been a matchup problem for KP. With KP, if KP would have played against the Minnesota Timberwolves, he'd have cooked them the same way. Lob was a better defender than Rudy Gobert. At this point, that's how I felt in the playoffs, at least. That's what it looked like. So KP was able to cook them. What you think you're going to do to Rudy Gobert?
You need a dominant big to
I can't believe we're 15 minutes in and Div is already trolling.
I'm not trolling Austin.
No, Div just changes his opinion though. He like, man, the Mavericks are trash now and all that. I'm like, damn, Div, like, and the Knicks are this great.
I didn't say trash.
Like,
I didn't say trash. I just think we only have two guys that can dribble on the top line. But that's an easy thing for Boston, right?
The Knicks got more people now. They do, but the Knicks. You think the Knicks are more established than the Boston got 4 All-Stars.
Yeah.
And one guy they said was better than Kyrie. That didn't make the All-Star team.
That was a perfect storm. They played well. We shot terribly. Kyrie was a no-show. Lively was a no-show in 2 games. Gafford barely played. It was a perfect storm. And you can't say it was the refs. You can't say it was this, and you can't be like if
we got exposed.
Yeah,
we got exposed. We got exposed. We got outcoached. We got a whole bunch of things at that point. The better team won. It is what it is.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
We just got to get I don't think that we failed because our team was trash. I think we failed because of a matchup that we got exposed on.
Yeah.
And I think
we
now see that we need to fix that matchup now.
But I don't know. I just feel like Minnesota would have been a harder team for them.
Nah.
With a matchup.
Nuggets would have only Nuggets. They would have cooked Minnesota.
They said that about every team that played them, and we beat them. Like we beat Minnesota in 5, not in 6, not in 7. We beat them in 5.
Like you're wrong, dude. If they would have cooked,
they're weak. Minnesota's a weaker version of us, a 4-out team. I mean, they got one guard as opposed to, or they've got 1 point guard. I mean, it was just like, I don't know, whatever. People are entitled to their opinions.
Yeah.
We're also
why do you draft?
Yeah, Div can have his opinion. That's fine. That's what I'm saying. Let him have his opinion. But I'm just like, man, I can't see my original point. Not even about Minnesota. It's just that he's saying that New York had more higher IQ guys than Boston. I'm like, it's 4 all-stars and almost all-stars.
Why do you draft a center when you've got $50 million tied up in centers?
Yeah,
Rob Hayden. That means Hayden's probably on the move.
That means Robert Williams is on the move too. If they can get somebody to take his broke knees.
Robert Williams.
Isn't he always injured?
Somebody got to get him for the low.
Yeah, and I mean he's out injured now. I mean, I don't know anybody that would take him. I mean, you might get somebody to take Ayton, but
he's on a prove-it contract, Richard. He's gonna be on a prove-it the next one. He's gonna have to go over there and dominate for the low. I mean, he's still got ability. We know who he is, but he just can't stay healthy.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's his only knock for sure.
So Portland got
these cats go have it. They got to trade.
Portland, they got Ayton. They got this clinging kid. They got Jeremy Grant. They got this. They got Denny Avdia. They got Shaden Sharp. They got Scoot Henderson. They got who's the other kid they got?
I think they're about to. I think their goal, Joe, might be now to sell.
Yeah,
they might be collecting to sell. That may be their new move.
It makes sense.
I think they may be collecting to sell because they can't be trying to compete. Hell no, that ain't a team to compete. That's names, but it's not a team.
It's an island of misfit toys. They all have. Yeah, it's just finding good fits for those other players.
I get mad when I see stuff like this. Well, I get frustrated, I should say, because it's like some of these teams stopped us from getting players we could have got before, and then you don't even use them and get rid of them. It's like, damn, wow.
Marketing? You said,
hey, man, you don't want to trade Maxey for marketing. Come on now. Maxey was way too valuable.
Only the Cuban would do that.
Man, if those draft picks are going like how many draft picks they gave up for a couple of those guys, like I can't imagine what that guy from Utah is asking for.
I think I'm really getting to the point of thinking it's gonna be a race for Jeremy Grant between the Lakers and the Mavericks.
Do the Lakers have room?
Bro, the thing is with the Lakers right now, that whole JJ Redick thing is catching fire right now. With his personality, I'm like, man, they might be setting themselves up for something bad right now.
Who's the kid that the point guard, the left-handed point guard for Lakers?
What's his name? D'Angelo Williams. Russell. Sorry.
Yeah, they said the Lakers will have room to make a trade if he doesn't opt in, and if he opts in, they're gonna try and trade him immediately.
How much is this contract, Joe? You know,
18.
What's 18? Sorry,
I would opt in.
18 million.
D'Angelo Russell, I'd opt in.
Yeah, 18 million for D'Angelo Russell. He would have to be on the move as part of that Jeremy Grant trade because they got way too many guards and they had to have a third team.
Yeah, I wouldn't take D'Lo.
And I don't think Portland wants D'Angelo Russell.
No, nobody do.
Yeah.
But,
and the teams that need a point guard, he doesn't fit with their culture, like New Orleans or Orlando.
They're going to probably want Vanderbilt and Austin Reeves.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, D'Lo's a small, inconsistent guard.
Yeah, they're going to probably want Reeves and Vanderbilt. And I don't know if the Lakers are willing to give that up for. I mean, they may. LeBron and them maybe just running stuff for this last year. They may just be saying whatever you want, bro.
I mean, small, inconsistent guards are 10 and penny in the NBA.
We'll see it.
Yeah,
see
for sure, Ben.
Right? We'll see at pick 17. We'll see what they're doing.
God, I hope they draft Bronny.
I kind of don't want them to draft Bronny because I want a little bit of media like turmoil and all of this Bron thing for the rest of the offseason until we sign.
If justice,
I think they should
because
draft
the Lakers got to do everything and go crazy if they draft Bronny. That means they're going to try to make Bron happy.
I watched some highlights, or not highlights, but a workout with LeBron and Bronny and the younger one. And Bronny actually He explodes out off the ground. He's got good ups.
He reminds me of he's a shorter version. I think he still probably would grow. As I said, the Big J in them. He reminds me of a Josh Green type player, but he doesn't have. I think he has more confidence in Josh Green though.
Yeah, I mean, I was
If
surprised
Justice
at
don't know,
how
we
quickly
shouldn't
he
be
got off
getting
the
them.
ground.
So.
Oh, I think that's who. I bet you this kid goes to San Antonio. Dillingham.
Hey Ben, you know how many points Devin Booker scored when he got drafted?
How many points?
Yeah, how many points he scored in college when he got drafted?
No idea.
Like 4 something. Like 4 points.
Yeah,
What?
he was the 13th pick, but they had like 17 players on that team that were NBA players.
And he got drafted 13th for doing 4 points a game.
Yeah.
Devin Booker was 13th pick. That's wild.
Yep.
I can't see. Guys, how do you see them, Portland, making a deal with the Lakers? They got nothing to offer, man.
Man, you did. I mean,
Still Lakers.
Malcolm Brogdon got traded for Denny Avdia today. Malcolm Brogdon has been washed for a long time, dude.
Yeah, but what did they get for him? They got
It's not
2
even
first-round picks and 2 seconds.
He's just
a first and 2 seconds.
He's
and
a solid
Brogdon's
point
expiring
guard.
as well.
Like, he want to stay in the league. He don't put nobody over the top.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel me? Like, he's still rookie of the year and all that. We know it's by default because Embiid and him wasn't in there, but he's a solid point guard. He's not trash.
Told you they went and got Dillingham.
Man, San Antonio's gonna get stacked. It'll be tough to beat. They got so many freaking picks. Holy crap!
Houston's got all of Phoenix's picks.
Man, I think they should pick tax. A lot of these teams have just been, just been tanking for year after year. Man, it's getting annoying. Just pick taxed a lot of them, like OKC included.
Oh, is that Rich Paul?
Oh, here we go. San Antonio, the Spurs in conversation with Minnesota.
With Minnesota?
Yeah.
For what? Cat?
Who knows? Yeah. Maybe.
Doesn't it have to be a 1-for-1 with Cat, and not so it can't be for him?
Why would it have to be a 1-for-1?
They got that Devin.
Something to do with the rules.
Wait. They just traded him. How did they trade him? Who did they trade him for? They just sent Dillingham to the Wolves.
Did they?
Yeah, they just traded him to the Wolves. I wonder who they're getting. What did the Wolves have to offer that they wanted?
It's just a poor man's Jaden Hardy by looks of it.
Rob Dillingham and Ant. Okay.
Oh. I wonder who they traded for.
No way they did it. Wait, let me see.
Why would you trade the 8th pick in the draft for Mike Conley? Mike Conley's like 72 years old.
Did they really?
That's just what Ray, whatever.
That's
Ray from the Philippines is saying.
But they're disrespecting Nikola Topic, man. That guy's the best playmaker in the draft. He's not been picked yet. That's crazy.
That's pathetic.
I get Jefferson off my screen. Can't stand this guy, man.
Who? Micah?
No, Richard Jefferson. whatever his name is, the guy.
I'm just making jokes, man. Y'all take those Spurs hats off.
They
The
traded him for a first and a pick swap.
Got to do something though. Mavs got to do something though. They can't be left. They're doing stuff.
Portland's gonna come on through for us, King. Keep the face.
That doesn't make sense to me. Why trade a present pick for a future pick?
Maybe they just don't like this draft.
They want to.
They don't really see him doing much. So they just San Antonio already got a hella picks, don't they?
Yep.
Yeah, and
they have the most.
They just said let's get another future one. We get a couple in here and get a future one as well.
So what is? And listen, I think that's wise because that's what Oklahoma City needs to do because it's a law of diminishing returns when you have too much draft capital. You got to extend it out. But I'm just trying to. I thought that don't we have a pick swap with them in 2030?
Yep.
Yeah, but they're saying that they did a pick swap to the Spurs for Dillingham in 2030 and the 2031 unprotected first. Huh.
They getting picks, man. That's when they must not believe that either San Antonio is preparing for Victor if something happened or the future. I don't know what the hell going on, but something. They're making a plan.
I mean, that's a first class organization, so I they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
like
they
Washington.
probably think they got their guy at number 4, so they probably didn't want anyone else. Maybe that's why.
Zach Edey, that's crazy, dude. There's their center.
That's wild.
I
We
mean,
were just talking about
it
this, Joe.
wasn't Jaron
I'm
a
telling
deep
y'all
win?
again, the Mavericks gotta make a move, man.
Mm-hmm.
The West is getting even better. I'm watching.
Yeah, the West is getting wild.
Yep.
Oh my!
I'm watching what's happening.
Joe.
The West is about to get even better, and our division is
Yep.
about to get nasty. I've been warning y'all for years now.
Mm-hmm.
Our division is about to be nasty.
You got to see
Johnny,
them 4
still
times a year
made
with
the
7.
top
It ain't
5.
about
You
this
believe
draft,
that?
Gina Kim. I see you saying it's doing much this draft. Yes, they may not do much this draft. I'm not worrying about this draft. They got to do something this offseason is what I'm saying.
And when they're talking about doing the expansion too, those two teams will probably be in the West, but our division will be New Orleans, Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio. That's going to be nasty.
Hey, Joe, and we were just talking about back in the day, he would have been a number 1 pick.
Number 1 pick
He
right
went
there,
a lot
guys.
higher than what I thought he would have.
Yep.
7 3/3.
Yep. That dude would have been back in the 80s. That dude would have went number 1.
Let's just talk about, man, Minnesota is hold up. Like, Minnie just gave up 2 more draft picks, right?
Yeah, a draft pick and a pick swap.
Yeah, well, a swap. They switched this pick to somebody else's pick, right? So one of their future picks is now the Spurs pick, right? So and then they gave another future pick. I'm like, they already gave all the picks to Rudy and them. I know they got another guy. They hope they're guy, but like, damn, you don't have nothing left, do you?
Well, they got that Stepien rule, so that kind of keeps them from. I mean, they've got picks every other year, and if you're contending and you got Ant, that might be enough. So,
yeah, it was a 2031 unprotected first, and
it ain't always been enough for us though, Joe.
Yeah, for sure.
It ain't always been enough for us, so man.
No, I agree. But in 2031, Luke will be 32. He'll be at the end of his prime, maybe till because he's not gonna. I'm not gonna say all that, but
I don't know, Joe. We ain't gonna say based off of his words, he'll be the end of his prime. But an NBA player with his standards would still be in their prime.
Yeah, I'm just worried about his body.
Yeah.
I'm hoping one of these days. That's what I said today. I hope Luka's 15% that he comes back next year is in maturity.
Do you guys think that?
Bad as it sounds, and I'm sorry to anybody that's any of the Slovenian listeners. I hope Luka just playing over there right now, just to show face.
Yeah.
And then just takes the time off. Says, you know what, guys, we probably not gonna make it, and just takes the time off. I really do.
He was hobbling when he was walking into the hotel.
Yep, that was nasty. I told everybody that it looks like that semi-permanent limp, like kind of like what Dirk has, and I'm like, I don't want that already.
Hey,
Yeah.
King, now Gafford and DJJ get that dual citizenship. Serbia's looking a lot better.
Yeah, they can go once. So if they go next year, whatever, and qualify, do whatever in the tournaments, that's fine. But he should take this 1 year off, though. Like, just take this year off, and then go every now and then. Like, they could, if they got Gafford and DJJ, they can qualify for stuff. It should be fine.
Yeah. Dragic didn't play every year with Serbia or with Slovenia.
Nope.
Utah with the local kid.
Oh, hell, I'm sorry. I said Serbia. My bad, y'all.
Guys, was Mike Conley traded? Is that what you guys said?
No.
No.
It was just a pick swap and a future first round pick. So basically, it was 2 first round picks for this first round pick.
Okay.
They traded as much for that draft pick as we did for Luka Doncic.
Cody Williams is Jaden Williams' brother. That's good. Okay.
That sound crazy, right, Div?
They're stuck with Trae Young when our stars are saying, I don't want to go play with him. Shit. That I haven't even played in one game in the NBA.
I don't think it's Trae Young though, Div. I think it's Atlanta.
I don't know, man.
I think
There's
it's
a lot of guys that
organization.
complain about him.
I think it's the Hawks though, man. I don't even think it's Trae Young.
Now, the Hawks organization's had a bad rap for a while.
Yeah, it's the Hawks, man. Like, even through all Trae Young's like shortcomings and all, he still passes the ball. He'll still give you the ball.
Yeah, I don't understand that he's a selfish ball player whenever he's always top 2 in assists every year.
No, but what I'm saying is I think like from the past when he was drafted and then certain guys started kind of whining about his shooting from the logo type shit, right? And they lose games.
They feel like so he's always been like picked as the most overrated player. I will agree on that one. They say that one. But as far as not playing with him, I think players play with him. Pause. Like I think what's his name would play with him, Wemby and all that. Like even was LeBron and them is saying they take Trae Young.
Well, yeah, that's his agency. That's his agency, though.
He does what he does. Like if LeBron don't want to play with you, then I mean.
No, they're the same agency. They're Clutch Sports.
I got you, but I'm just saying, like, if LeBron still doesn't want to play with everybody, you think he play with Ben Simmons right now?
No.
Same agency.
Y'all see Bam is signing for $162 million?
3 year?
Yeah.
3 year, right?
That's crazy to me.
Why only 3 years, though?
Because, he wants to get another free agent. I mean, the more times you become a free agent, right, if you're willing to risk the no injury, then that means you get another contract.
Because Bam can get a full max, though, right? Like the super max.
Shit, he's getting a. That's got to be a full max. This is an extension.
That's why I'm like, why do you?
Hold on. He's under contract for 2 more years, and so this is a 3-year extension that he's signing.
So it basically makes it 5 years because they did it earlier.
Yeah,
I got you.
Because he's under contract. I looked it up today. He's under contract for $36 million next year.
Would you offer Luka the contract now?
Yeah, but he won't sign it.
He not.
Yeah.
That's a
lot of money, though, man. Golly.
Knowing that the cap's going up, there's no way he would sign it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, well, that's why I'm thinking, well, Bam, why did he even sign it? I guess because they pressured him to do it.
Maybe, yeah.
As soon as he signs it, it's guaranteed.
They want him locked in.
Yeah, you're right. It is guaranteed. But I think Bam would, as long as Bam doesn't like completely destroy his leg or something like that, Bam will always get a max. Bam, nice as hell.
He is nice as hell, but he's fucking way overpaid, man.
You think he's overpaid?
Oh, I fucking absolutely do, and I can justify it. Oh, I absolutely can, King. You and I, he is one of the. He gets more freaking. What is that thing they say when you like glaze somebody? Whatever. He gets more of that than anybody I think in the NBA right now. He is crazy that he gets so much fucking accolades.
Would you consider him one of the best defenders?
I think he's a great defender. I just don't think he's worth fucking the money he's getting paid. He plays center.
Anthony Davis schooled him.
He's a top 5 center in the league.
Yeah, I'm with Joe on
How
that.
many centers can switch on the perimeter?
I'm just
You
telling
can't
you.
pay- You can't pay a center that much of your payroll.
Yeah.
I'm with Joe
But
on that.
he does more than what a center like. He's their center / power forward. He's not just a center. Like Bam plays the perimeter and all. Like Bam is they've been in the finals twice.
Man, he's going to be making over 40% of their payroll. King, him, one guy.
I understand it, but I feel like you gotta pay him. It's like it's not that I understand what you're saying, Joe. As far as like you paying him, like, you gotta have their team just isn't right. But Bam should be one of the guys making the max on their team.
They gotta for me, I feel like it's positional value, and I just think he just doesn't. His positional value is out of whack. I mean, I'm not saying I've been the whole time we talk Mavs has been a thing for me. I've been saying Bam Adebayo is fantastic. He's great. He's all that. I can't believe we fucking drafted DSJ instead of Bam Adebayo, who went 5 picks later. I mean, I've been a huge fan of that. I just think he's overpaid. So, and
I understand. I understand. It's not like I understand.
Yeah,
Bam might be the perimeter big man in the league. If we'd had Bam on our team, no disrespect to Lively, but man,
do you think Lively's gonna be better than Bam?
I think. It's like
Let me ask you this.
Hold on. Let King think about that, because I thought about that today, and it was
I think they're both going to be top 5 centers.
Man, that's
top
scary.
5, and I think Lively's going to be top 5 with him.
That's going to be scary for our salary cap. We're going to have Luka and Lively making 70% of our salary cap.
Yes, we are. So when Kyrie's up again, it's going to be time for Lively to get max contract, because I think Lively that going to the finals, Lively's already a beast. But going to the finals and showing people on the national scene or whatever on TV and all as a rookie, eyes are going to be on forever now. Yeah, so Lively is going to already have the upper hand in like making it to like the All-Star game and all that stuff, because he's going to be seen and known.
Yeah, it's going to be scary salary cap situation. The reason I was thinking about that with Bam today is like, and why I'm having that opinion today is that because I was thinking about when in light of Bam's contract, and I started thinking about Lively and going,
Joe, Lively's going to get a max. Lively's going to get a max contract. I think Lively's going to play the year.
But that's what I'm saying is like, oh my God, King, that's like, that's why
we got Bird rights though. Go win a chip.
Yeah, but y'all, with the way the game is played, this ain't the 90s, y'all. You're not throwing the ball down to the center of the post. That's why the 76ers will never get a championship. Joel Embiid is a great player. He is an all-world phenomenal player. Your center cannot make 40% of your damn payroll. Not in
the Joker does.
And they got one ring, and they got lucky, and they're trading their team up now.
Yeah, King, and their GM is on record this week saying we built this team under the old salary cap, and now the rules have changed, and so we're kind of fucked.
It's not because of Joker though. The issue because of their salary cap is after because of Michael Porter Jr.
For sure, I agree with that. But the fact of the matter
Michael is Porter Jr. The reason they gave him the max, that's what messed him up. It ain't Joker at all.
It's just scary paying a center 40%.
Think about how you're building your team, though. If you're gonna have 2 guards be your focal point, are you gonna have a guard and a forward? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of teams with really good centers. They're not competing for championships.
I know for sure of this. We just went to the finals. Both our third best player for sure, at least third best player, was Derek Lively.
Can't
Going
argue
to
with
the finals. Your three best players usually get a max contract or somewhere
And
close to it.
the fourth best player on the Boston was their center.
That's he's Derek. You better get ready to lose Derek Lively then if y'all don't want to give center to center.
I don't. What I'm saying is it's scary when you start considering all the implications from that, and that's why I was like, Bam's overpaid. It was in light of that whole thing, thinking about us and Derek Lively. So
I just think we underappreciate centers a little bit, Joe, and that's why we sit like, hell no. I want Lively to get a max. I want Lively to get all the money he can because of what he's going to bring to the team. I think the way he changed our whole defensive philosophy, I don't care if we don't pass the ball down at him at all.
Just for the record, I've been like a Mavs fan since the '80s, so I know how bad we've needed a center for 50 years. So yeah, I'm all for centers,
we drafted Lively for a reason to be a cornerstone. This guy, we told him to get an all-star team. We're not going to pay all-stars get maxes.
No, I agree.
All I'm saying, I ain't disagreeing with a word you're saying. All I'm saying is you got to think of roster construction. And just like on a football team, your left tackle gets X percentage. Yeah, and you can pay your left tackle more, but you're taking away from your right tackle if you do.
You are 100%. You're 100% right, Joe. But let me give you a rebuttal back to you. The Mavericks led the playoffs and lobs this year, the season in lobs and all that this year, which means that became a big part of our offense. Our defense became the way our defense based off the guy being the inside. I think Lively does about enough of what he's going to get paid. That's what I'm saying, and that's only the rookie year of Lively right now. We talking about that he shot a 3 in the corner. We said he may be able to do that in a little something. Lively's going to be a max player by far.
Yeah, I ain't doubting that he is. I'm just saying I don't think it's wise that we do. I don't think we're gonna have no choice.
I'm just saying we constructed our team. So you want to go get a smaller person? Like what I'm saying is, what's the other option? Because we've been waiting forever for a Lively. So if we thought it said, well, he's making too much, I don't want to do this right now. Make a different decision.
There ain't an option. I mean, it's a good problem to have. It ain't a bad problem, but it just is what it is. Yeah.
What Lively, I swear. Without Lively, Luka was saying it the whole year. Without Lively, we not that team. Like,
yeah, I mean, you can't not pay.
So many teams.
You're gonna have to pay him, a max contract. It's just like I said, the teams with centers with max contracts, they don't do so well.
So yes, in the past, other centers you normally don't. But I don't think Lively's getting played off the floor. That's like Lively's going to be a player that plays on our team and dominates. If Lively's going to be played off the floor, then my idea of what our team going to be is completely wrong. Like Lively, not that dude. But I think that and all that. Like, I think Lively's going to be on the floor and be like useful and dominant and impactful in every way.
Yeah, I would love for him to be a poor man's Joker that's like can initiate offense from the pivot. So,
bro, he was making help. Okay, how long? Gaffer's been in the league 7 years now.
Yep.
Right. Lively was in the league for 1 year, making passes out of the short roll better than most centers in the NBA.
No, I agree. I listen. I mean, you're not. I love Lively. I know we don't go to the finals without him. I'm just like, man, it's our salary cap is whenever we have to pay him that much money, it's going to be effed.
I'm more comfortable paying Lively the max than I am paying Kyrie. How about I say that one?
For sure.
How about Kyrie, I say that one? Yeah. And I love Kai, as y'all know. I'm more comfortable paying Lively the max than I'm paying Kyrie.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I don't even know who's picking.
OKC. They giving the Bulls are giving Giddey an extension.
That's crazy. I guess they had to when they traded for him.
Yeah, Bulls are wow. So, Joe, to go back on your point, Joe, both Joe and Richard as well. There's only like 5 centers that I'd give the max to. Like it's the top, the center position still is it's weak. It's just top heavy, but there are like 5 centers for sure. I'm giving a max contract to.
Yeah,
and Bam is one of them, and Lively's one of them, and like I said, Embiid, Joker, and then I probably Wemby.
Yeah, Wemby's getting a max. Damn, man, they folding these laundry is making me hot. I gotta get my maid back.
Joe fancy with the maid.
What was that?
I said you fancy with the maids. How much do maids run a week, or how much they go daily?
Oh, I pay $20 an hour, and I pay forever how many hours they're here. So some weeks it's 6, and some weeks it's 2, and so it's whatever it is. So
okay, so they go off an hourly rate. Okay.
Yeah, because like they might she hadn't been here in a while, so she's got to come in, and she might be here for 8 hours. So I'll probably give her $200, and if you're gonna get some of it, but it's worth it, man. Because it's just like one of those things. Being a single guy, I mean, there's little things like your refrigerator gets.
No, well, y'all get good movies.
A husband and her kid, or the kid, and she was lecturing, and they were going from room to room, and she was showing them how to like close the lid and stuff like that on the commode and stuff like that.
There's your answer, Ben. OKC, somebody with plenty of draft picks to waste, they take the gamble on which you say is the best point guard.
They got their
Giddey replacement.
They got their Giddey replacement, and he can actually shoot.
But he's the best playmaker in the draft by like a country mile. He's got like super high IQ. Like he might be the best player in the draft. Like
I'm worried about
like a year's time.
OKC's going to get better. I told y'all this year reminded me of the Mavericks a lot. Like playing OKC again was like when the Mavericks in 2011 played OKC, and the next year they made the finals. That's how I feel about OKC. Like you got to get better than them, or they'll jump you.
Well, what do you lot think of that prospect? Or does anyone know much about him?
Ben said he's legit.
He's legit.
Yeah, he was meant to be a top 5 pick, but he got injured. So teams.
Yeah, Ben said he can. I mean, if he don't got to be that dude, he's gonna set everybody else to eat and make open jump shots. Hey, if he can play,
apparently he's the best.
Legit.
Apparently he's the best playmaker in the draft.
Can he defend Ben?
Well.
He's not terrible, but he's not like an amazing defender or something. No,
he's just lacking a jump shot, but he can get to the rim and he can play make.
From what I saw, that's a fair assessment they just give y'all.
Mavericks got to do something. Up that Woj bomb hit. Tim Hardaway Jr. been traded. What? No, I'm joking.
It was about to be a good night, King.
I had the champagne bottle ready to be popped.
Yeah,
we didn't have the assets to move into the first round, and there really ain't no. I mean, there ain't but one or two players that I would even really want in the first round for us. I ain't talking about for other teams. I'm talking about for the Mavericks. So, now tomorrow I expect, as King said, we kind of need to make a move.
Yeah.
Well, I don't expect us to make any. We don't have no one to trade within the draft. Not gonna trade. We're not gonna make no moves tonight.
No, but we can trade out. So since now it's draft day, we can trade one of our future draft picks now, right?
Yeah, but we can't do
31.
it during the draft, right? We have to do it after.
After the pick conveys, we can trade
After
the pick
Thursday.
conveys to New York.
Yeah.
Okay. We got to make a move, man. We got to start making moves. We got to get somebody, man. I think we got to get Jeremy Grant now. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, man. I just honestly, King, that we integrated PJ and Gafford as seamlessly as we did is rarity in the NBA.
Yep.
So I really want, if we're going to make a move, I really want it to be so we have time for them to get a training camp because, ooh, man.
Bro, the deep, we probably gonna have the best defense in the league. Tell you the truth, they're gonna say, I don't know what they're gonna say about that if we get Jeremy Grant. Like the defense is gonna be stupid.
Yeah, they act like he can't play defense, and you're like, if you look at him when he's on the court, he looks like he's the tallest and longest guy on the court.
Put him beside PJ Washington and watch what happens.
We need to
He
use
can
Josh
play.
as
He
trade
can
bait.
play
I'm
defense,
fine
y'all.
with
He
it.
just don't want to.
No, he just started playing more offense and had a more offensive role. Remember when we played for Denver?
Yeah.
If he wants to play defense, he can play defense.
This Kenny G looking motherfucker here? Devin Carter.
Kenny G with no hair. Kenny G got a bald head now.
That's crazy.
No, Sharon, it's not that we don't have faith. I have faith in Nico. I'm just saying, stating the facts. I feel like we need a move.
Yeah, I don't have faith. I mean, I've got objective evidence to believe in Nico, so that's not faith. I'm just nervous.
Yeah, because we need somebody else that can score the ball. I'm watching these other teams. I'm
like King said, we got exposed in the finals, and everybody's the book is out, and we got to make some changes. The good thing is,
back to what I was asked the other night. Would you rather have 3 people that can give you 10 every night, or one person that can give you 30 and hope and pray they don't get hurt?
I mean,
Richard, I'm leaning, like I said, I'm leaning one that can give me 30 because we already got 2. I'm really thinking about my starting lineup, tell you the truth. Like, everybody else will fit in where they need to. I feel like if you can make the roles happen. But if I got with PJ, the main guy, shooting corner threes, but he can also still do something with like a hard collapse or whatever and still take people off the dribble every now and then. Jeremy Grant can get the ball and actually Luka and Kyrie can move away and say, Jeremy Grant, go make buckets.
We can just put people in a blender. If we have Jeremy Grant, we can put people in a blender. We can't do that right now.
Yeah, and Lively is the lob guy that's like 7'1" and a half or whatever that just go get whatever. So I think our start lineup is like dumb. It's about out coaching guys and out bench at that point.
Well, look at that. You wonder, is that legit? I ain't got a problem with Killian Hayes, but I don't know Stanley Uba.
What? I don't know either one. I know Killian Hayes.
No, I don't like that, man.
Killian Hayes
Ben with that BS. That ain't no real Ben. Then they better not take all our picks for that trade only, man. Hell no, man.
Okay.
No way. That's got to be a joke. That's
Ben. No way, man.
I already heard Stanley, so it might be
no
a joke.
Way. Richard, if we did that trade, we would have got rid of our expiring contract and all of our draft picks on that one trade.
Yeah, that's
Can you imagine that for Killian Hayes and some unknown?
I'd be crying. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'd be like, oh my goodness. Went from the highest high to the lowest low. That's how I would feel.
That shit. Whoever did that, was that Ben that did that?
That was Ben, man.
Ben, fuck you, dude. You made my heart my heart fell.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Mavericks trade, and I hear King start lamenting. I'm like, oh no.
Oh man, he said 2 firsts and 2 seconds. I'm like, no way. What?
Mate, if that happened, I would have
everything
been out on
Detroit,
Mika.
man, for what?
Ben, you almost gave Richard and me a heart attack. Don't do that shit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was grabbing for medicine.
Oh man, that was scary. God damn.
Hey, Gina Kim, I don't know if he's trolling Gina Kim. He's just saying the truth. They got them both that.
Yeah. Whew. You gotta put some
That's a good look for him. I still don't know if they beat the Celtics yet, if they all healthy. They beat the Celtics if Kristaps not there though, maybe. I still don't know how I trust all these guys in the playoffs. I still trust.
They got us by a second round, man.
hey man, there was a time the New Orleans Pelicans and the Miami Heat wanted THJ, and we didn't trade him. What were we thinking?
We literally signed him again for another contract.
When his value was high and we had the opportunity to get rid of him, and we were like, no. He's too good. We got to keep him.
He took that pay cut. He took that pay cut for a reason. He was like, I'll stay with that. And they were like, all right, come on back, Timmy. You were better than Kristaps Porzingis in the playoffs.
Or was that some BS from his agent, kind of like what happened with Dwight Powell? Like, oh, mate, the Rockets want him. I was like, mate, the Rockets should have him then. What are we talking about?
I don't know, Ben, but I know Kristaps Porzingis.
I ain't the one who wouldn't get traded, Johnny B. Keep that in mind when you're talking smack now.
That's Johnny.
No, I think it's because he didn't come to us. So,
oh no, I'm flat out pissed about that. But I caught a lot of hell being told he wasn't getting traded. Badly for Johnny B there.
Damn.
Yeah, I kind of thought, like I said, they would trade him after the season. I didn't think they were going to trade him during the season because they just gave him that fresh contract with the poison pill. But after they had decided they were going to do that Virginia thing and all, I was like, they're going to get rid of everybody but your boy, the rookie. No problem, Johnny B. I got you. I don't know none of these dudes, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't know a lot of these dudes.
Yeah. I'm like, who are these guys? They like NBA 2K, like, made draft roster dudes. I have no clue these dudes are.
These are NPCs, man.
Yeah, these like them NPCs when you just on the old 2Ks and they just randomly create people for you and all.
Mate, I'm telling you, some of these guys, like you'll hear about them for like a week and then you'll never hear about them again because they just won't ever play, and then they just.
But the awesome part about this, Ben, the awesome part about like drafts like this is usually there's one guy that didn't get talked about that's going to be a late draft pick. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
These bad drafts are whenever you see somebody going 55th and turns into a baller, or somebody 37th or
58th. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like usually somebody from like 13, 14, 15, 16 gonna be nice out of somewhere. I'm like, damn, they didn't realize you was good.
In 2013, Giannis went 13th. Gobert went 27th. There's a bunch of players because they just don't know.
Didn't Kawhi go 15th or 13th in Kyrie's draft?
Kawhi went 15th. Yep. But they rebuilt his shot, and he's just such a great athlete that he took that coaching so well.
That dude had tremendous hands and all. You gotta go. It's the intangibles, yo. That's what all the time. You gotta sit down with these kids, man, and get to know them. You can't just go watch them and say, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, well, that's one of the things we were talking about earlier is that you got somebody that's got like the best shot blocker, or the best dunker, or the best rebounder, or the best shot maker, the best shooter, or whatever those things. If they got some kind of elite quality, like you used the term 5 tool, which was formed the 5 baseball parts of my heart. That's a great thing. If they got 2 tools. And like 1 tool's elite, then you're like, ooh, we can develop that. And this is just one of those drafts where you're gonna have to do that. So
it's miss out. A lot of folks miss out on superstars though when they don't. It's the it's the IQ, it's that it factor or something like kind of like a Jalen Brunson. I keep saying Jalen Brunson. I hate no people like stop saying his name, but he went low, but he was a winner already. But they said he wasn't good enough. Like they tried to find too many reasons why not, instead of seeing all the reasons why.
Yeah.
Kind of like Steph Curry and all of this. It's like, damn, I've never seen this before. It's like you keep trying to find the reasons why not, instead of why. Even Kevin Durant to a way as far as being a second pick. Like they were like, well, he can't lift 180 pounds. Why does that matter? He can put the ball in the basket.
Yep. Yeah.
Why does that matter? He can put the ball in the basket from anywhere. Why does it matter if he can lift 180 pounds?
I mean, I
think Jokic went like what 42 or 52.
Yep.
It's like
because they didn't go over there and sit with that dude to realize his IQ of the court and just the game and all that and what he can do. They were just like, nah, look at him. He overseas and look at his shape and all that. Like they don't do enough. A lot of these guys.
My professional experience in life has been such that I've come across a ton of professional athletes and a ton of professional agents, professional sports team owners for that matter. And that industry is plagued by groupthink. It's the worst industry for that. But because, you get down like it's a Scott Van Pelt thing when he was talking about, what's the rule about catching the ball? He's like, did he catch the ball or not? And I think that a lot of times in sports, we start breaking things down and stuff like this. And you're like, can the dude play or not? Right? Can he put the ball in the basket? And if you say, yeah, but it doesn't translate, or he's got, his hands are this or that, and they just find all of these different ways to nitpick these guys, and they miss
DeAndre. Go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say DeAndre Ayton had all the abilities, right? Like the physical, just abilities. He was a beast, but you could tell by his game that he didn't turn on the engine. Like you could if you sat with him and actually took time and like, damn, this guy, he doesn't care that much. If you actually sat down and paid attention and went and talked to him at all and asked him about basketball, you probably could have found out he doesn't really care that much about basketball. Like it's not really his. So even though he's naturally gifted, he probably not get much better because he doesn't care about it as much.
Yep.
Same thing with guys like Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons had all the tools. They were like LeBron. He can do everything like this. But even in college, he didn't care.
And he didn't have that.
All you do is find it out that he didn't care.
If I see another Ben Simmons, it's revenge season. He's training in a gym, guys. He's bouncing a basketball. It's just like every single offseason you see this. It's like, man, and it's like one game into the season, it's like, oh, Ben Simmons has got a hurty back, so he can't play. So okay.
Hey Ben, I tell you this. If we didn't go to the finals and say we had a bad year again last year, I'd trade for him now.
Played him at 5.
He got even if he didn't work, he got a $43 million contract. That's on the last year.
Yeah.
43 on the last year.
Nice.
I honestly think Ben Simmons, if he was categorized as a 5, that he might have more of an NBA career. He was supposed to be Giannis. He was supposed to be Giannis, but they had Joel Embiid. They messed up by getting 2 guys that play the same type of role. Yeah. And
I think it might be too late now, Joe. That's my only thing.
For sure, but you saying he couldn't be Daniel Gafford? He's taller and faster and more.
I don't think he'll give it enough. Where he'll be a pick and roll machine doing that type of stuff. Well, Daniel Gafford gives it his all going So Ben Simmons is more talented than Daniel Gafford. I think he'll cook him in 1-on-1, like 1 versus 1 every day of the week, and put my money on Ben Simmons. But as far as a role and asking him to do a role on the team, I think Daniel Gafford's a better center probably at this time. From what I've seen,
100%.
I've seen. I don't
agree. 100% agree. I'm just saying those physical skills would be perfect as a 5.
If somebody gets it to work, he has all the skill. Ben Simmons is nice. Like screw just being a 5. Ben Simmons should be a Joker type dude. Like Ben Simmons should be amazing, but he's just not. He don't want to be.
Yep.
He's stealing a living.
Philadelphia.
He got paid. I mean, he's been a multiple-time All-Star. It was all this. He got Rookie of the Year. He's good.
Yeah, he's stealing.
In this,
yeah. Gonna move Bam to the 4.
King, you remember Chuck Knoblaw?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember when he got to yips? He couldn't throw the ball from second base.
Couldn't throw the ball. Yep.
We were like, he's done. He can't play anymore. He was lucky he was in the American League. So
when you see it, it's done, Joe. Usually, most of the time, when you see that, I need to move away. You are who you are usually. Like, that's not a good sign. Look at guys like we go to football, Mark Sanchez and stuff like that. You feel it just follows them, no matter what they do. Messing up even Tony Romo in a way. Sorry, Dallas fans. It just follows him like something is just going to go wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is what it is. Like, it's sorry, but it is.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It always makes me feel good when you see these kids that get so emotional about that because you know how much it means to them. So, of course, he might be crying because he's going to get to live in Miami.
That's why the Miami culture is the way it is, though, because they're in Miami.
Yeah.
Kind of has to be.
Yeah, for sure. It'd be way too easy to get distracted down there.
Yeah. I mean, we lose a lot in Miami when we play in Miami.
I just got to tell you, man, Miami is shit. Me and a couple buddies went to Miami about 4 years ago, and one of my buddies, he ventured off from us and ended up fucking partying too hard and died in a cab going from South Beach to Miami to go to a strip club at 5 a.m.
You say he died?
Died.
Jeez, Joe.
Yep. He played college basketball. He played D1 basketball. He was a fucking fantastic guy. And man, he mixed cocaine and alcohol. And cocaine. So cocaine, obviously is toxic to the liver, but when you mix it with alcohol, it's 30 times more toxic.
Yeah.
And we all
his heart probably couldn't take it either.
Yeah, we all have a perfect combination. Like you can mix alcohol and Benadryl and some kind of antidepressant, and if you mix in like Xanax or cocaine, and you get the combination just right,
game over.
You punched your ticket, and that's just
game over. That's what so many accidental suicides are from.
Yeah,
sorry, I shouldn't have said the word on YouTube. Accidental S words.
That's what happened to my ex-wife this year. She just took the wrong combination of stuff. So. Yeah, I've had so many people in my life that have done that. You're like, oh my God, you hear this person died, and you're like, oh, he was 42 and he died, and then the autopsy comes out, and you're like, yep, toxicology, fatal dose. And they're like, sometimes they like, man, he had marijuana and cocaine and alcohol, and that was it, and the cocaine was like minuscule amounts, and you're like, it doesn't matter, dude. It's absolutely poison, and it will kill you.
Yeah, it absolutely will. Damn, I'm sorry, Joe.
Yeah.
Only time I've been to Miami 2 times, but both times it's only been day trips. I went there from Miami, took the 4-hour drive. I mean, not Miami, from Orlando, took the 4-hour drive, and then just went there for like a day, and then came back. I haven't really stayed there for a long time.
Dude, I fucking love it. It's an amazing city. Plus, somebody like me who likes Latinas, it's like the world's greatest city. So, but I ended up we had girls listen. I ended up meeting some Russian girls that were really fun. So,
were they drinking vodka?
They were actually. So,
I've never seen a Russian that doesn't like vodka.
Yeah, one was a model, and the other, well, actually both were models. One was kind of like I don't even know what she was like, but the other one modeled for Chanel. I still talk to her. She's in Moscow. We have to communicate through WhatsApp because of all the stuff. You can't just like communicate with people in Russia anymore. So
yeah. I want to get over to Cuba. Some of my places you usually couldn't get to.
Yeah, you gotta go to another country first before you go.
I thought it was open now, Jeff. It's still not open.
They closed it back up.
They closed it back up again. God damn.
Yeah, under the last administration closed it back.
Yeah, that's a part of the world that if they ever got their shit together, that would be like the place for people to go vacation. But
I hear from everybody that's been there and seen it. This is beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad's been there. He said it's absolutely gorgeous. So
Jeez. Closed again. Damn, I should have jumped on that while I had the chance. Pause.
yeah.
Man, Fidel Castro is dead now. Rest in peace, right?
His son. It's an authoritarian government though. Once people start they learn to live under that kind of rule, then they don't, it's like
Yeah.
plucking a chicken. There's a famous thing about Stalin plucked a chicken naked, and then it still followed him around because he was feeding it. And he's like, that's what the Russian people are like.
Jeez.
So, yeah.
It's crazy. It's spots you literally can't go to.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's
You're like, I can't go there.
Your best shot right now is to take a Spanish class in college that has a field trip over the summer there. Like I had an opportunity to go, and I'm kind of mad I didn't, but it was through educational purposes.
Who is this?
Yeah, well,
That's one of
obviously, I hear since Cuba's so close, it's obviously you find ways easily, I think, to get to Cuba. You feel what I'm saying? But like other places, you want to go to Russia and all, it's probably a very difficult thing to do.
Man, I did a bunch of work for this guy who was like literally a mobster, and I'll tell y'all his name off the air, or in Discord or something. You can look it up, and you'll say, "Damn, that Joe was right. That dude was absolutely a freaking mafia." And he said, and this dude was fucking scary. Like 6'3", 290 pounds. Looked like Paul Sorvino. He was a black belt grandmaster, judo black belt, and he said he was never more terrified in his life than when he was in Russia. He just wanted to leave. So those people are scary.
Oh yeah, man. I watch YouTube of everything, man. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I've seen enough of everywhere because I'm like, I told you, I like comparing stuff to my situation in life and all that. It's like the places I grew up in, all like, man, is it really that bad and all that stuff? I've seen some places. I'm like, woo.
Yeah, I have a buddy he's a Russian Jew. He's a surgeon, and he's an Ashkenazi Jew, and he's Russian. And he got into showing, like, he's like, hey, I found out this website. Let's check this shit out. And it's like, this is some shit going, like, it's a bar fight in Russia, and we're like watching it, and I'm like, man, this shit's making me sick to my stomach. I'm not watching that. I could have went my whole life and not seen that.
They beat the hell out of each other. They do stuff like that. It's wild over here, man. It's wild here too, though. It is what it is. Like, it's just different wilds. Depending on what your cup of tea is and what you enjoy, man.
Yeah, but the difference is we punch somebody, they fall, hit their head, they die. Over there, they're like doing
get back up.
Over there, they like, oh, well, I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna come back in with this fucking concrete block,
bro. And that ain't the end of it though. It's like, let's go. We still moving like soldiers.
He's still twitching. I was obligated to do that.
Wow, man.
Yeah, them Russians are crazy, dude.
Wow, man. Gangsters. They partial Eastern Europeans over there near them.
Yeah.
They got that whole like registry around them dudes.
I got a buddy who's an immigration lawyer, and which means he orders or he arranges mail order brides. And he was like, yeah, you got to go to like Philippines. They're like the best. He said, you get one of those Eastern European women, and they said they are fucking gorgeous, but they are cold. And like they'll like get it over here, and then like 3 months later, she wants her cousin to come visit. And so this guy fucking was suspicious about that, and so he did some snooping around and saw videos that he didn't want to see.
Hold on. Somebody traded. He's going to Washington. Portland got rid of. They getting people to get rid of. But go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's a good. I would rather know about the trades. So he just like that was her boyfriend or whatever, not her cousin. So
you gotta talk to Ray, man. Ray, I want to get to the Philippine Islands. I want to get so many places. I want to see everywhere. I'm the type of person to do that. Like, I want to at least be able to go everywhere. I don't like taking people's like word on stuff because people make stuff seem worse than it is or better than it is. I like experiencing it myself and seeing it. So I want to go a bunch of places.
Yeah, that would be Philippines would be nice. I'm gonna go over there and meet Ray's sister.
If you see a bunch of places on Baltimore and all, you would think people be thinking it's the worst place in the world. They always tell me it's Hawaii. It's a bunch of nice places over here. You feel me? Like
I got to tell you, man, Baltimore. I don't think people appreciate how good the freaking food is there.
Man.
You know? Oh man, that is like,
food is so amazing
good
over here for sure. People jumping in the harbor now, Joe. They crazy. Yeah. They was doing a whole little event the other day with the mayor and all that jumped into the inner harbor. I'm like, I won't be doing that ever.
Yeah, no.
There's a bunch of but hepatitis and all that stuff and dead bodies still in there. And I'm like, yeah, we are still Baltimore. So
yeah.
Hey, Joe, Ray is cooking you in the chat in some sort of weird way. He says, you finish on your sister, you need a new one.
Jeez.
What'd he say? Hold on, let me go find it.
he didn't like that disrespect at all.
You gave you sister, Joe. I don't know what that means.
Just read the go 2 down, Joe.
Oh, you tired of her? You finished on your sister? You need a new one? Oh, nice. Ray, you better watch out, man. Your mom's probably young and pretty. You come over there, I'll make you call me daddy.
Gee. Hey, Kareem, is that somebody that's a Maverick fan? Why do we do that? Why do we do this every year? Like, somebody hit me up. I think it might have been, I forgot who it was. It may have been one of y'all in the Glow Yard. Right after that Alex Caruso trade with them saying that, Nico ain't doing nothing. I'm like, gee, we just get done with the finals and they made a trade that was probably already going on, probably already situated.
I know you're talking about.
Nico ain't get Alex Caruso. I'm like, come on, man. What was he supposed to do?
Hey, dude. King, I started looking at people's Instagram profile, and I wish that there was an age restriction on Instagram. Like, you can't rent a car. You can't rent a car, have a utility bill in your name. You can't comment on Instagram because the biggest dumb fucks are the ones that these young kids. And they're like, I'm graduating from SHS in 2025. And I'm like, oh, man, dude, you're fucking in high school. What the fuck do you know?
Like, this dude. Like, we just were in the finals this time. He thought we about to win it, probably. They're like, man, Alex Caruso got traded. What Nico doing? I'm like, man, what the hell? This dude he has to do everything. But guys, we still don't have that many draft picks to trade, right? We got Tim Hardaway's expiring contract. Still got to find out. This is the beginning of our offseason still, y'all. Like, we just hitting draft and all that. It's fine. Everybody's not gone yet. Paul George ain't gone nowhere. Like, we still good.
And here's the dumb thing about it. We can't do anything. We don't have any draft capital until after Thursday night.
Yeah. Like, Jesus. we gotta chill, y'all. Nico knows all this is going to happen. Nico, it's going to be certain things that don't happen that's why you should get a bunch of ideas of folks that can fit your mold. Because it's going to be some that fail too. When Nico will be like, I can't do that. It's not going to happen.
It's like Saturday night before the Super Bowl. Like, we fucking suck. I can't believe we win. We don't even play till tomorrow.
Yeah, like, whoa, we'll play that. Give me a second. They like, don't give that man a chance. I'm like, just give him now. If the whole offseason go and nothing happened, I'm like, all right. But come on, we good. Like, we good, y'all. As long as that Ben trade don't happen when we trade Tim Hardaway and all our picks, Killian Hayes.
I got to tell you, the Lakers draft room looks like a freaking MAGA meeting too, man. Golly.
Oh, there it is. That's all I wanted to see. That's it. There we go. I mean, the Mavericks got a chance to get Bronny. I ain't saying I want him. I'm just saying it's a possibility.
You know you want him.
I know, Big J, just to mess with you now. Big J don't want Bron to get over here.
Look at that. Look at him talking about. See, look at him. It's like a Republican National Committee right there.
Why all them people in that room, man?
How do the Lakers not have one brother in there?
Hold up. Where is Rob Pelinka?
You see, there's right there at the top in the left is Danny JJ.
JJ,
right?
yeah, I see him walking around right there now. Yeah. Ooh. Damn, Black. I see that, man.
Hold on, they're announcing a trade. Hold on, let me tell you.
Uh-oh.
They're just talking about the Dillingham trade. No, man. Adam Silver is like an hour late.
God, where's Bronny going to go? Y'all really think the Mavericks might
Dalton.
draft him?
They chose Dalton.
Ooh.
I don't know what for though, dude. He don't fit nothing we need.
No, you right, Big J. I'm not even saying what for. Well, we talking about getting Dennis Smith Jr. So if we can get Dennis Smith Jr., then
okay,
that's the same type of player to me.
Now, Rel was talking about getting Dennis Smith.
Oh, all right, Richard. So you're gonna throw him under the bus? He was talking about it. Though. You right? You right though. Richard,
hold on, Rel deserves to be thrown under the bus for like a DSJ, man.
Oh
yeah. I'm like, I ain't even think. I'm like DSJ. Who you talking about? Right? He's like Dennis Smith Jr. I'm like, oh, all right, I guess. Put a low table back over here. No, I wasn't even thinking about Dennis Smith Jr. though. They're like Dennis Smith Jr.
Yeah, I'm still traumatized though that when King says he puts mayonnaise on his French fries.
I put mayonnaise and ketchup. I mix it together. Joe.
Oh God!
Both of them together now. They got me when I went over. When I went to Spain.
And
they were doing it there. I started doing it in Spain, and I was like, "Oh, this not bad. It tastes like a McDonald's, like a special sauce or something."
I did not my French fries.
That's a pause right there. Too,
that's like
King.
That's like a McDonald's special sauce, Joe. I said McDonald's before, man. Not Ronald McDonald. McDonald's, man.
No.
King,
have you ever been to Red Robin?
Red Robin, man. It's too expensive for just them burgers.
Well,
they're limited fries.
They got the campfire sauce with the fries, and it's
They give you. I haven't been there forever, so I don't even know.
Yeah, the campfire sauce it's like barbecue sauce mixed with mayo.
With mayo,
it's real good. They use it for onion rings, but it's good with fries.
That's basically what it tastes like when you put the ketchup and the mayonnaise together. It's like an onion ring sauce, like a Thousand Island kind of.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Like
I got you.
You add relish and it's Thousand Island.
No. You're going too far. That's like putting raisins in a potato salad, Joe.
Okay.
That's Pasquale though. That wasn't me.
That's Pasquale.
Yeah. Whoever said that's too far with the relish.
You know, all us white guys sound the same.
No, I ain't say that.
Pretty much.
Y'all said it. Jay said I'll join in. Yeah, you're right. But nah, when I went over to Spain though, that's when I started doing that because they would give you mayonnaise with my fries, and I'm like, why the hell you give me mayonnaise with my fries?
That's a Belgian thing.
And I just mixed them together.
Honestly, gross. King, that might be delicious, but I would never try it. You know?
I would have never thought to try it. Like I said, until they gave me mayonnaise with my ketchup, and I'm like, oh, all right, let me just use this mayonnaise. I don't want to keep throwing these packets away. They just give them to me. All right.
Yeah.
Because nowhere else have I ever in the U.S. you never get mayonnaise with your fries. Like they're not giving me packets of mayonnaise with my fries. Like okay,
that sounds like pommes frites.
What is with the Lakers drafting these deep South boys? You know, Austin Reeves, Dalton Connect.
Well, Rob Pelinka.
Yeah.
And Lotte is my insurance all day, every day. I'll eat pause. I'll eat that. That's definitely hard pause that, but every day, all day, every day.
You look this?
A 6'7" wing, man. I would be so ecstatic to go to the Lakers to play for JJ Redick and play with LeBron.
Yeah,
live in LA.
Is he athletic?
He don't make enough money to afford to live in LA, Joe.
Yeah,
the guy that LA got in the 17th pick, is he athletic?
Yeah, he can put the ball. He can attack. He's actually pretty good, man. I'm surprised he lasted that long.
Because I'm like, we're playing with LeBron and them. You need a guy. They really need a guy that can cut.
He can do that.
Finish at the rim heavy.
He should have been top 10.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. From what I saw about that kid, I was like, man, that kid's nice.
So y'all saying all these teams that y'all said this draft that was so phony, giving these teams players that they may need for roles. That's what y'all saying?
Yep.
And y'all saying the West getting better. That's what y'all saying.
Role players in this draft, not stars.
Because the West was already top heavy, or just heavy in general. So you saying they just add more role players, what they needed.
Yep. I looked at the odds. Richard and I were talking about that. It's like they had like 8 of the top 12 teams for odds to win it next year. You know, this is obviously before free agency and draft. Where from the West. And then two of those teams were Milwaukee and Philadelphia, and we all know that those teams are not winning the championship next year.
Knicks have the best shot. Aside from in East.
Philadelphia only got 2 people to play. They ain't even got a team yet.
Kristaps Porzingis missing the beginning of the season next year, first and foremost. That's just random, but geez, KP. At least they're a champion, though. And second, would y'all go for Kevin Durant?
No.
He's 34, dude. I don't know, man.
I'd go for him.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying yes or no. I'm just asking you the question. Would you go for Kevin Durant?
I'd go for him.
I already knew my answer. It's the age thing.
I don't. Yeah. Here's Houston. They're more than a player away. That's where I think the analysis of, if you think Kevin Durant is the player away to take you to the top, then maybe you consider that. But Houston got too many problems. Who's going to run?
The main thing for me, Joe, with Kevin Durant, and it's kind of with the age, like Richard says. Kevin Durant injury prone, man. I'm scared to have Kevin Durant and Kyrie both on the team, man.
Yeah,
that's what is it? What's that? The word when they doing sitting on the side and all? Load management. Gee, that's load management heavy.
Yeah.
Well, plus, if you do that, you have to gut the whole team, and then you end up just like Phoenix has been.
You got to how much Kevin Durant making? 40 something, right?
No, I think he's right at $54 million. If I'm not mistaken. Remember, we talked about it because his contract is the same as Cat's, so that's why we said for that 1-to-1.
Oh God, you right? No, big 52.
How does Orlando need another damn wing? Needed a point guard.
52. That hurt.
Hold on,
yeah, but Richard, he can help them now. He's NBA ready. This guy. He's one of the older ones in the draft.
Okay.
Yeah, Jay. Back to the other topic. I'm with you, Jay. I can't get Kevin Durant $52 million, man.
Hold on, I'll tell you what it is here, Ken. Give me a second.
Whoa, 52. No, nah. We talking about Jeremy Grant being 38, and he only 29 this year. Luckily,
he's 51-1.
Oh no, that's like double what Jeremy Grant making this year almost.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He's if Devin Booker's 50.2 and Bradley Beal's 50.2 and Devin Booker's 49.4.
Would you trade for Devin Booker?
I mean, I would for more than Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
But if you trade for Devin Booker, when you had to trade Kyrie?
Yeah, I'd be glad to do that too.
Ooh. Got hot takes going on here.
I mean, wouldn't you?
I ain't gonna answer that question, Joe. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you answered it. And I refuse to give my Fifth Amendment rights on that one.
Yeah, all the Kyrie fans are gonna be like,
we took Suns.
Man, I love
better you
Kyrie,
catching straight than me,
We took Suns.
Devin Booker at the 2.
Devin Booker's what, 25?
25, 26, something like that.
I don't see where
Devin
that's
Booker's 27.
27. It's still close enough.
27, Devin Booker. I mean, that dude, he would be legit in the 2. He's a good defender. He's 6'7", 6'5", something like that.
6'5".
Yeah.
But does he not shrink too though during the playoffs? Because Devin kind of has a tendency to not shrink sometimes.
I don't know. I'm glad I don't got to make them kind of decisions. I don't know, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
just saying, like, I ain't gonna lie. If they call talking about Devin Booker, I may have to answer the phone though.
for sure you would.
Like, hey, what you talking about, real quick? You think we got enough?
If you take Maxey, it's a done deal.
Yeah, well, Maxey gone, but we're gonna have to get rid of. We can't have Devin Booker at 3. That's my only thing. Like, Luka will have to play the 3.
Phoenix are calling up and they're
gonna
just
play
like,
that kind of way.
Phoenix are calling up and they're just like, look, man, we'll give you Devin Booker. Just give us this Maxey guy. He's incredible.
All right, Maxey, take him, man.
We'll throw in a first.
I mean, I'll give you a first because he's that great. But here you go.
Yeah. If Mikal Bridges went for 17 fucking first-round picks, Devin Booker would go for a lot. Good Lord.
I think Devin Booker, you'd be looking at like 6 first-round picks.
But the thing is, you know what's wild? I think y'all might be overthinking it a little bit. I don't think the Phoenix guys can go for that many picks.
Yeah,
I think
They
because
do
Phoenix is
nothing like
stuck,
do
and if
something.
Phoenix decides to do that, that's why they question them right now if they want to make the move because they're stuck. They're in a position where they want to get out of.
And they can't move Bradley Beal no matter
Yep.
what they want.
Their
Actually, I
owner
don't think
came
they're
out.
gonna let him do it, though, dude.
Their owner came out yesterday and said, "Oh, everybody's saying all this stuff, and we're in great shape, and we intend to contend for a championship next year." You're like, you are smoking crack.
And the only thing they can do is run it back, and that team's not winning the championship.
Well, that Matisphere guy's ruined their team.
Right?
I mean, Phoenix they're in awful shape.
They're an awful organization. They've always been.
I mean,
That
if
Bradley
they,
Beal
if they
trade
had
did it for them.
somebody like point guard from the Raptors that play with Miami that just his contract just run out.
Who, Kyle Lowry?
Yeah, if he goes over there on a vet minimum, somebody like that, they could be okay and they could be a headache, but they've got to get a point guard. They can't exist without one.
I think
they can't get anyone good.
I think they need more than that, though, Richard. I don't think Phoenix
I
is
mean,
close.
it can be a bad point guard, but they can't do anything without that.
They need
at
who's
least
playing the 5 as well.
They need at least Tyus Jones or someone like that.
They need a 5 for the interior defense. Like, they have no real defense. They trash.
but
they just got a bunch of names of guys that can score the basketball.
They were the single worst team in the fourth quarter and in the clutch last year because they don't have a point guard. So
and then they can't. And then guess what? The other team scores on them because they don't have a center to stop guys.
Yeah, we know what that looks like.
Wait, if you guys are the Suns, are you picking a point guard or a center? Because they need.
I don't know why
point guard.
I mean, whatever. You pick a point guard or a center. Whatever you can get your hands on. One of the two. Somebody can either hold the ball, or somebody can help you defend the rim.
At this point in the draft, for Phoenix, I would probably go with a center. There's better options left.
Yeah,
there you go.
I heard people saying that Tyler Cole guy.
There's just point guards.
What Richard said.
NBA ready.
Phoenix
a lot
have
easier
to find their point guard on like just the veterans minimum.
It's a lot easier.
They can get like a Mike Conley as well. Like they just need a guy that can
give
the ball to other guys.
Somebody that's adequate. They don't got to be great or good. They just got to know. It's got to be a point guard.
It's just got to be Drew Holiday type. As far as being able to get the ball to somebody else.
It's honestly there's point guards are a dime a dozen compared to quality bigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just need a point guard. They've been trying to do it without a point guard. Like it's like just get a point guard, please. The Clippers been doing the same thing. For some reason, the Clippers be like, we don't want to get a point guard. Instead, they went and got James Harden, which is a wrong move to get that dude at that point. But they just needed a point guard. A simple point guard would have made the Clippers a championship team if they were healthy. When they had Kawhi and Paul George.
Why are you giving enemy tips over there, Ken?
You say what, Big J?
That's why you over there giving the enemy tips. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm sorry. I would think that even if I give them tips, it don't matter. I've been saying the same stuff for years. They gonna do what they do.
Yeah.
There's another one.
They make more money than me. They think they're smarter than me. So let them be smarter.
He's another one in base minimum free agents, so it make the bench better.
Which guy you say, Richard? I'm sorry.
Jordan Nwora that they were talking about. They got traded to the Raptors.
Uh-huh.
No, there's about 7 players on the free agent list. They're not stars. They're all base minimum, $2 to $5 million players. But they will make our bench. I ain't saying all of them, just 1 or 2 of them. You can't tell me Kenyon Martin ain't gonna make our team better.
I agree with you. I'm with Richard. I always been with you on that on Kenyon Martin. I think Johnny B said he was Kenyon Martin as well.
Yeah, I mean he's not the only one. I mean, there's power forward. There's probably 6 players that 2 of them. Yeah, you can pick any 2 out of the 6, and they're gonna make us better.
I just thought of a situation I wanted to ask y'all. So would y'all have paid Scotty Barnes that max contract?
Nah.
Joe and Richard?
I mean, I honestly, I think way too many people are getting a max. I think Scotty Barnes is one of them.
So I agree with you on Scotty. I'm scared. Like Scotty, one of those guys where I know he has to get a max because we drafted him and he has to move on or he got to pay or somebody else going to pay him or something. He's skilled. But I don't know what Scotty is so far. Like he hasn't solidified to me he's a 1, 2, or 3 on the championship level team.
That's the thing. You don't want to pay a damn number 2, number 1 money. You know,
I don't get worried for 1, 2, and 3. You really just you need to find them. So usually when you pay a 3 first, they going to always think they're the number 1 option, and that's why you want to try to get your guys in the order right. But as far as the max, like I told you, the main 3, I expect to get a max. Like I already expect that. Like I'm like, usually your main 3, if you're a championship level guys, are going to get a max contract, and I'm okay with that. You just can't be paying 4th guys in all a max contract.
The good thing for the Mavericks is that our max player is clearly a max player. You know,
can we move Lively to power forward then to give him the max? That way we're not giving a center the max.
I mean,
can he just be skilled at the center position and get the max and do everything?
I'm superstitious, man. I can't help
it. Like if our 3 guys are Luka, Kyrie, and Lively getting the max, I'm fine. Eventually Kyrie not gonna make the max no more. It'll probably be somebody else, or it'll be a mixture of his contract money. You feel what I'm saying?
Kyrie won't be anywhere close to that. That's 4 years.
Yeah, I think a $30 million contract is good enough for Kyrie next time.
Yeah. And the salary cap will be $207 million by then too. So
folks will be making $80 million, so $30 million would be nothing.
I just like having people where we have right now, where they're kind of slotted at that 15 to 16 range. You know, obviously that's going to adjust with the salary cap, but the more players that you have that are like good, competent role players for you, and they're slotting right there, as opposed to, 36 here, and that guy's like Tyler Hero's making 30. Oh my God.
Yep, you can't. That's how they screwed up, Joe. You can't pay Tyler Hero $30 million when they did. You couldn't, but they did though. They chose and said he was our rookie, and we have no other choice because he's going to leave, so we have to give him this max contract. He was not the guy.
That's where I think Presti is really good, where he's like, because he's got some limitations being an Oakland market or OKC market, and like, if he's extend him, then he tries to trade him. So
the only one thing I will always knock Presti for, he should have maxed James Harden
instead of Serge Ibaka.
Yep, he gave Serge Ibaka that money, and then it was less than $1 million, wasn't it? That they didn't want to give James Harden.
I think so.
That was a mistake, because James Harden immediately became fucking amazing.
Yep, immediately went to like 27 points a game in Houston the next year.
Yep, I would have traded. I mean, knowing we know now, they should have traded Russell Westbrook.
They should have lowered. I don't even think they should have traded Russ, because Russ was a beast to his knee injury thing started happening. They should have gave Serge Ibaka $1 million less.
Yeah.
Simple as they should have gave Serge Ibaka $1 million less and said, "Here you go, James Harden."
Yep. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
That's wild, man. Sam Presti has to win a championship, or that's the main thing on his story forever.
And here's the thing: in 3 years, when Chet and Jalen Williams, the they're going to be in salary cap hell too, because all 3 of those guys are going to get maxed.
And they got to give Caruso money now, right?
They got to give Caruso some change too.
Caruso at least making $25 million. He's going to at least get a $100 million contract.
Yeah, to be a 10-point defender. I mean, and he's no Drew Holiday.
He might be though, Joe. Because remember he won a chip with LA, didn't he?
Yeah, he won a chip in LA, but Drew Holiday has been a blue blood player for a long. He came into the league as a blue blood.
You're right, Drew. I'm disrespecting Drew Holiday, because Drew Holiday's been a multiple-time All-Star too.
Yeah,
but I do think Caruso could kind of play that role though. Like, so if Caruso was playing with the OKC Thunder in the playoff series we played them, we would have had a little bit more problems.
Yeah.
Because you can't leave, because Josh Giddey they were just not defending Josh Giddey. Caruso makes wide open shots.
Just turn him loose.
And you don't realize it looking at him, but he will dunk on your ass.
He will. He is, though. He's injury prone, Swanson. That's the one thing about him.
We talking about Giddey?
No.
I mean, most defenders aren't injury prone. That's part of it.
Yeah, but I mean, some of that don't count because I mean, what was it? Didn't Grayson hurt him that one time?
I think Grayson did.
Yeah, he basically didn't he clothesline him and broke his
Yeah.
arm, his arm or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, so that one I don't put on him being injury prone. That's just dirty play.
I don't think Buck on a decline in his career, y'all. Nah.
So wait, do y'all think Minnesota's going to have to make another move though? Because
what move they gonna make? Big J, what you think?
I don't know because that's the thing. They said that they're going into the second apron if they don't make a move, and they said that owner has only paid $28 million in luxury tax since he's on the team.
They have to. They're gonna trade Cat.
They got
They
to.
have to.
My thing is y'all done seen the moves now, right? So the Knicks off the board. Knicks gone. You saying Phoenix gonna take Cat?
But that'd be a lateral move though, because you still be absorbing what's his name's contract.
That's what I'm saying. So who?
They
You have to maybe do something like Houston or something. Like I said, the team has got space.
Do you think Houston look like they about ready to compete?
Or they got to trade.
I think Atlanta is going to try and get him.
Like, yeah, you trade for like DeJounte Murray, and so you save $30 million on the cap and let them absorb that. Let Atlanta absorb that, and then you get your point guard. So
you got to get. They had to trade somebody else other than DeJounte, right? You got to at least get close to the contract, right?
Well, no, if they've got enough cap space available, they don't have to. That's why I was thinking a team.
You can trade 60 for 30.
Well, you can't. I'm just saying
if you're below the cap.
I thought it had to be like within 7% or something like that.
No, it's got to be a 1-for-1 trade. That's the thing.
Over this. I'm talking about not if you're under the second apron. It isn't like you got to be within 7% or something like that.
But the other team, if the other team is below the cap, they can absorb that.
Okay, so they can just absorb it. Okay, I got you. The whole thing. Understood.
Yeah, so he's got to go like that, or they can send him to like he's not going to New Orleans. New Orleans, they're chinchy down there.
Philly.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all see the moves that have happened so far. Where Cat going?
Like I said, you could do something a dump with Philly. Philly's got, I think, $30 million in cap space.
Nah, Philly ain't taking Cat on with Embiid.
Oh, I know. It'd be a headache. That's what I'm saying. That's why I thought maybe Houston, but I don't know.
They would have to basically, like you say, dump them. And don't they want to compete though? You think don't they got to get something back?
But Houston's got a bunch of people they need to move either off of Şengün or off of Jalen. Remember? Yeah. Off of Green. They got to make a move off of one of them too.
If they just dump and don't get nothing back, I'm telling you, watch Anthony Edwards, man, on that team because he's ready to compete.
I'm saying so. Let's say Houston sends them 20 back for the 50.
You know
what I'm saying? So that might be like I said, it may be an Alper and Şengün and a couple of picks in exchange for Cat.
Yeah. So that will work. You're right, Big J. I'm just saying I think Houston's ready to compete. I don't know if they think Karl Anthony Towns and Ime Udoka's system would fit.
I don't know. But I think that's where you could keep Ant happy though if you got Şengün and
you could keep Ant happy and Şengün can play beside Rudy Gobert.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
but I don't know if Ime would want Cat though. The way he's setting his team up and all that.
Man, if Cat went down to Houston and did some of the nonsense that he did, Ime Udoka might choke the zesty out of him.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm trying to think of a place Cat would go. And I can't think of one right now where it's like, man, we'll take Cat.
I think the Hawks.
The Hawks, but what would they send back to keep Ant happy? What I'm saying is they're in a situation now where you just made it to the Western Conference Finals. Your young guy is being touted as the next Michael Jordan. You're now being on the list as the next young guy that's going to win a title and all that stuff. So you're supposed to go win now. If you take Cat away and don't like put something equal at least to it or better.
I think DeJounte Murray would be nice. Move Conley to the bench. And you got
I don't know if DeJounte get enough guard though.
They're not looking for another guard.
Yeah, like a good enough point guard. I don't know if DeJounte.
Robbie Dillingham's their Conley replacement.
Yeah, what's the name would be DeJounte would be. He would be good if Ant took another level as his playmaking, but I don't know if he's gonna be that type of playmaker. I think they need a guy to take Cat's spot. They really do.
I'm happy they're having these problems because that means they're stuck. Stuck. The Clippers are about to be worse.
I'm not worried about the Clippers that much. I'm not worried about Minnesota that much yet. I'm not worried about Denver even that much yet. The team I'm worried about really starting to get hot is OKC.
Yup.
I want to see Memphis when they get back. San Antonio with another year under their thing, see what they get going. I told y'all division about to be stupid. I ain't even worry about the rest of the league. I'm looking at my division.
Baylor just got them a beast at center.
I'm not sure if I'm even worried about New Orleans right now. Though.
Or
They
New
still
Orleans.
kinda iffy.
Hey, man, New Orleans, every time I'm not worried about them in the playoffs yet, but healthy and whatever they get, they usually do something in the regular season if they healthy.
Yeah.
This
Healthy,
guy,
that's the question, though.
he's got some nasty to him.
I think they're going to trade Zion still, though. I don't think that's done. And I ain't saying this year, but I think they're going to eventually trade Zion, too.
Not as long as Griff's there.
Damn, Griff that much in love? He might get fired soon, though.
And when that happens, they'll move on from Zion.
You say he's gonna live and die with him? That's his pick.
Yeah, that's his number one pick. He's tied to him.
Damn.
He had an out, King.
He did
last year, anyway. He had an out and he turned it down, and everybody knew he had made his bed at that point.
I think he may even still have an out now, Richard. He may still be able to trade Zion this offseason if he went ahead and did it.
What part of is Zion's contract fully guaranteed now?
I think it is now after this year. Hold up. Actually, I'm not sure. I don't know how the provisions work. It may be every year.
Richard, what were you saying, Richard?
I'm pretty sure that it is now.
So it's not provisional every year, Richard?
No, like it was, but then up until like the third year, there was. I'm fairly positive this is last 2 years that it's both of them are fully guaranteed.
Fully guaranteed, okay.
I'm not sure how it was set up before that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. New Orleans, man. But New Orleans still not far though. They not far. They just can't stay healthy. So I guess they are far.
Yeah, I really don't know what they're gonna do. All I know is Mama Benson, she ain't got the money. She ain't gonna spend money like that. She's the old, 85-year-old lady. She ain't gonna do it. And
they got a tank. They got a tank to get another draft pick.
I was around her 30 years ago, and she was tight back then too.
Yeah,
they got a tank. They have to tank. That's the idea.
Because Denver traded up. Yeah, they're gonna draft another big to go behind Jokic now.
I mean, they needed to.
I got to tell you that the Nisi kid that they just drafted, he's like an hour and a half south of Fort Worth, and so I got to see him a lot. And my daughter-in-law, her brother went to Baylor, and so I kind of watch basketball with him sometimes, and I was like, man, that kid's fucking good. That kid's a great athlete. That's kind of not for us that New Orleans got a great athlete.
What pick did we have in the second round, yeah?
58.
58. The Suns gonna try to pick Bronny with that pick.
And the Lakers got 55.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's about to be stupid. 55 through 58.
Hey,
ooh.
King and we're Mr. Irrelevant this year.
Yeah, I know. The last all the way at the end.
Yeah.
And the Detroit got 54. So I don't know how we'd get that 54 if we sent TSJ there, but
I'm not worried about anybody Denver drafts because Mike fucking whatever his name is, Mike Malone, and he does not give his rookies run time. They got a short.
Ron Holmes is good, Joe. He's good. You might have to play him.
Yeah, I think they're gonna pick Durant Holmes. Apparently, they promised him they'll pick him, so that's why they traded up to get him now.
I'm actually kind of surprised New Orleans didn't take him.
I'm telling you, man, that Messi kid is a pogo stick.
He that good?
He's just a rim running shot blocker, and he can jump out the gym.
But shouldn't they have looked for a big that can actually space the floor if they're keeping Zion?
Man,
that's what I would think, DV. But man, they've made. I can't explain a lot of the moves, but kind of like with Nico, there's somebody in New Orleans that knows what they're doing. I don't think it's Griff, but they've got too much talent there to get there by accident.
And their shooting coach is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, everybody's getting better. We definitely gonna have to make a move or two. We're gonna have
Yeah,
to fill in the pieces we need. It might not be the pieces we want, but we're gonna have to fill in the pieces we need.
I'm just scared of giving away Tim Hardaway Jr. to Detroit.
Shit, I'm scared of giving away to Washington for Landry Shamet. I was like,
Washington,
like
that ain't gonna happen.
that expiring contract just for him. Like I'm like, that
Joe,
don't make us
they
a
turned
champion.
it down. We were gonna make that deal. Washington said no. They didn't want Tim Hardaway. They wanted a stick added to
crazy. We were going to make that. They were going to make that deal just to save the money to give to DJJ, right?
Yeah, but Washington insisted on getting a second round pick in the deal, and I guess somebody didn't want to lose face and do it, and they said no.
We cannot run it back, yo. Like we did not win. You don't run it back when you lose.
Yeah,
our pieces, King. Nobody wants our pieces, dude. That's the bottom line.
But I mean, we can't. So here's my thing. If push came to shove, you got to sign and trade DJJ then if he an asset. You feel what I'm saying? Like you can't come back and just say I'm trying to find money for DJJ to go get Landry Shamet to just get you money for him. Like I mean, I got to upgrade.
You let DJJ walk and you sign, Kenyon Martin Jr. for $2 million. You let somebody else walk, you sign a Trenton Warford for $2 million. Yeah, 40% 3-point shooter, 6'9".
Okay, so
are they name brands? No. Has most people heard of them? No, but they'll fill in the space.
You get a different dimension. You try something different. We can't go with the same. We already saw what happens. We cannot beat Boston with this team if they're healthy. We can't.
There we go,
DB. I ain't disagreeing with you, but if nobody would take our pieces, what choice do we have?
I guess you're right. I'm just saying you got to take a curveball then, Joe. I'm just don't make the move to get rid of Tim Hardaway Jr. just to sign DJJ. That's my only thing.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, like that cannot be your move.
I mean, I'd rather the $17 million walk off the books and next year has 17, off the cap. But
man, here's the problem. Whenever we extended Maxey and Dwight Powell, I was like, man, those guys are going to be on our books for fucking 3 more years. And then Tim Hardaway, when we signed him for 4, I was like, we're never getting rid of that dude. And here it is. We can't even get off it. We couldn't trade THJ for fucking Landry Shamet, who can't shoot, can't play, and a second-round pick.
It floored me.
They got a center. And
that's one of their problems. Phoenix did good with that pick.
We still got JaVale McGee.
Yeah, we're paying him $2.5 million for 4 more years. Gotta love that.
Oh, I thought so. Denver traded this pick to Phoenix.
Yeah, Denver traded the 28 or whatever the goal. No, maybe that is their pick. Is that Denver's pick?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's Denver's pick. Okay.
So Phoenix had this pick. Okay, I got it. Okay,
they traded it to Denver.
2 picks.
Yeah, and they got another second-round pick, which they need because they need players that'll be cheap.
I think that's the Bronny pick, Joe.
That 55.
But Lakers are not letting Bronny get past 50.
That's the pick that if Bronny don't go to the Lakers, he's going to the Phoenix Suns.
They got a second-round pick for that too, didn't they?
They just got that 56 right behind the Lakers.
Oh, they traded that. It was part of this deal. No.
I get sent.
I take it back. I'm getting my picks confused here.
Your Suns get 28, 56, and 2 seconds.
This is wild.
Washington actually might end up having the best draft. Wow.
I think this draft going to probably end up being good, and it's going to end up being good for all the reasons people didn't think of. because everybody gonna take their role.
Yeah,
I mean, a
I
bunch of
see a
guys.
lot of good.
A bunch
This
of
is
guys
a
gonna stay in the league for a long time. Watch.
Bunch of role players, and so people's expectations are going to be down, so they're going to meet expectations.
Yep.
Yep.
They're gonna be hard workers as well too. It's gonna be a whole draft for guys that stay in the NBA for a long time. Watch.
Very possible. Very, very possible. I'd have never believed that Filipkowski would fall this late in the draft, neither. And if Kolchak falls out of the first round pick, Nico needs to buy a pick as soon as he can and take him.
So can we trade out second round picks to move up in the second round?
Yeah.
I mean, you can, but
We
you got
can, right?
something else.
Okay.
But what do we
They
have
can do that
to?
thing, right?
It
What
only
do we have
costs
to
like
move up?
$2.5 million to buy the pick. So
Do they give you the latest one though? Like the one that's
yeah, I
59?
don't know about all that now.
Doesn't that money count against your salary cap though?
Yeah, it does, but it counts against another expense. It's like a JaVale McGee expense.
Yeah, we don't want that.
It's there, but it don't count against your book.
I feel like if we bought in there, we just had 59, right?
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I think we just play the cards that
You might as well just get it. You might as well just get an undrafted guy at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
There's gonna be some good ones of those in this draft too. Honestly,
Hey, Richard, but where do you think your guy Tyler Smith is going?
I'm sorry I didn't hear you.
I said, where do you think your guy Tyler Smith is going?
My little draft thing has said the last couple of picks in the round. We're here now, so it should be right up in here. He's another one. If he falls to the second round, he's a 7-footer that can play 3 positions. You can't pass up a talent like that. Not for $2.5 million.
Bucks are looking to move off Lopez. He might be a smart choice. You never know.
Man, my house is hot as fuck. Get the AC going.
He would be a good. I could see them going after the guy from South Africa, though. All he does is rebounds and block shots.
They said so basically getting a younger version of Brook Lopez, but they said the Mavericks are interested in Brook Lopez. I'm like, huh?
Right?
I saw something that said that dude is just he's a troll.
Okay, I'm like, what? Like, why?
Yeah.
I mean, shit, I ain't gonna lie though. I take him for the vet Menifee at that point now, and he gonna take Powell's spot.
I mean, there's Derek Lively's running mate at Duke that played power forward next to Lively and played center when Lively was on the bench. I mean,
the Filipowski.
Yeah, I mean, I that's all I know about him. I don't know. I've never seen him play. Don't know another thing about him.
You know what they need to real talk get PJ Washington to do this year. I know they work on this jump shot. He need to start doing pick and pops, but not from the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Like if he can do a pick and roll with Luka and like at the free throw line and get there and do like his little push shot or a pick or a shot from right there as our power forward.
Yeah.
Come on. The way people play drop coverage on Luka and all that. Come on.
I mean, you just gotta listen. You can't like completely ignore the mid-range game. You know, that's kind of unless you're like Grayson Allen, and even him. You know, that guy. He's got to learn to attack closeouts too.
They play old school with Luka Doncic though. The way they play with a center, a big, and all that. So they need to make their offense old school.
There's some real good talent dropping, y'all.
Yeah, there's some names I know that I'm seeing them falling. That's good.
Mean, I'm not big on guards, but Collier is a good. He's a quality back. He will be a backup guard in the NBA for a long time.
That Tyler Kolek kid too. He's pretty decent as well.
Yeah.
Do y'all think the Mavericks are just going to draft the best available, or they looking for something?
I have no idea.
I think you take the best available.
So just the best available is probably try to get a scorer, somebody who can do something, maybe to help you on your bench.
I just don't want a 6'2" guard, the shooting guard that can't.
No. Please don't do that. Don't get another one of those.
Well, if
it's gonna be a guard, let him at least be a taller guard, like 6'5" or so. Somebody like just get if you're gonna get a scorer. If they get to that point where they're like, I'm trying to get a guy off the bench that's gonna be our scorer that's gonna compete with J.D. Nardi or whatever.
Knicks are trading 24 to the Wizards. What are they getting?
I go get somebody that's like all SEC, all defense. Somebody like that. Some 6'9" kid from Clemson or someplace like that. He's kind of can't really do much to play defense, but he's good laterally. And you're like, yeah, we're gonna put Sham God with him for fucking 2 years.
Is there anybody in the league right now? Because y'all know I don't watch college like that, but anybody in the NCAA
Bubba Miller from Florida State would be a perfect candidate for that. He's all world defense. His offense has got a long ways to go. But if you put him in a G League for 2 years and let him get an offensive game, he'd be a hell of a player.
I'm gonna use this guy's name again, but is there anybody like Jalen Brunson in the draft that been in the league, been in college for like 4 years, that may be ready and just the older guy that you take in the second round that maybe can help us right away?
There's more 23-year-olds in this draft that are probably going to get drafted than in NBA recent history.
Okay, because that's probably what we need. We probably need a guy that's ready already.
We still got we still got COVID kids, King.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
The only guard that I would have took in the whole damn draft, but y'all all know I'm crazy anyway. It's still coming up in the second round, and Tristan Newton is a good guard. He fits what Jason Kidd wants to run, and he comes from UConn. If he's on the board when it comes to us, I think it's going to be hard for Kidd and Nico to pass him up.
How long did he play college, Richard?
3 years.
3 years, okay, yep. And he's from UConn, so I like that already.
Yeah,
he can play.
He can play defense too. I mean, he's good in he's not some slow kid that looks like he might be my son.
And what was his name again, Richard? You said
Tristan Newton. You can Google him. He's out there.
Because I see Coy is saying Mark Sears.
UConn run a 3-guard lineup just like Kidd likes to do with us. They couldn't have run it without Tristan Newton.
Yeah, Tristan Newton is spelled with an E.
I got you. E instead of an A.
No, yes, exactly.
And there's Pacman Daddy. I don't know a lot about him, but he's got some hellacious stat lines. That's about the only thing I know about him.
And hey, King, there's another one, that Tyler Kolek. He's a kid out of Marquette. That kid's pretty decent too.
So I see the Knicks just got 2 more picks. To move up for the Washington to move up 2 spots, they gave away 2 picks. Wow.
Crazy.
Wow. Wow, man. Damn it. We could have traded Tim for a draft pick, man. Psych. Nobody gonna do that. That's ridiculous, man. Hey, Johnny B, if you still in here, that's why we talked about him all year, man. This is ridiculous that we can't trade this man his expiring contract for a draft pick, a second round.
Dude, it floored me when the Locked On Cats point blank said they wasn't taking Timmy without picks for anybody. They wasn't
He's an expiring contract, and we got to give picks with him for Killian Hayes. What?
Yep.
Or like a Quentin Grimes and all of them. Like, this is stupid.
Landry Shamet, dude. We had to add
like, what? I got to get picks with Tim Hardaway in his expiring contract for Landry Shamet?
Yes,
I'd rather keep Tim Hardaway Jr. if that's
and let it walk off the
At
book.
that point,
player
I'm like,
for a longer
wait
contract.
for the trade deadline or something. Like, I'm at that point. Like, I'm not trying to trade Tim contract for just nothing. Like, he got to be able to help us out.
I'm not getting.
I was floored with that. That shocked me, y'all. I mean, I thought his contract would at a minimum would have some value, but if Washington says no to it, who the hell's going to take it?
Yeah.
Luka, right? we can't keep DJJ if we keep THJ.
Yeah. You're right.
So
we
let
got
me ask y'all this.
sign and trade or
This might be a
something.
wild question, but I'm gonna ask y'all that same point that we saying, right? Do you let them both walk? If you can't find somebody that with Tim's contract to help you, do you let them both walk?
With what I've seen, with what's out there in free agency, with them 5 or 6 people, King, I'm gonna have to smoke on it and make a decision. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
That's I don't want to run back the same team, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I know.
Yeah, we're not doing anything if we do that.
I think
You're right.
league is about to get better. Every year, the league gets better. And if you are the loser, you're the first loser. If you lost in the finals, you don't want to sit there and be watching the rest of the league. We did it in 2022.
Yep.
And look at what happened to us.
Yep.
Well, we in 2022 we did lose a big chunk with Brunson.
Brunson. We did lose Brunson.
Yeah.
But I still don't think with Brunson coming back though with that same team, we would have won a championship.
Yeah.
Do you trade DJJ?
That's what I'm saying. Do you try to sign and trade him then?
Yeah. I mean, if you can find it,
but you have to attach. You have to
wait a
attach
second.
a
Hold on.
contract
We can't sign and trade him because we don't have his bird rights.
We don't have bird rights, so we can't give him.
And aren't we hard? Aren't we capped?
We'd be hard capped if we give him money.
Yeah, and we're secondary for teams, so we can't do that now.
And then when you do a signing trade, you only take half the salary on, so it wouldn't work for a second apron team.
Okay.
Aren't you guys happy we have Josh Green to back him up at $12.6 million?
Okay, guys, I want to tell y'all something. You know how like when the Mavericks, when Nico says something, when he's saying one thing, but he's also saying other things, and the Mavericks front office put out that they were allowing Tim Hardaway's agent to assist in the trade in trying to find him a home. That means they're having problems finding people that are interested in Tim Hardaway.
Yep, they're just gonna get rid of him and tell him where.
Yeah, they were saying, hey, if you can find a better place, yeah, well, you can find a better place for you, then like you can get a better deal than us. Then we're all ears, but we're kind of.
If we're at the point where we letting Tim's agent help out, Tim's agent's going to try to get Timmy where he want to go. He's going to either Detroit or he's going to Miami. And I don't think Miami wants him, so we're trying to find a way to get Detroit to take him.
And all they're offering is Quentin Grimes. So do you take it and re-sign DJJ?
Well, hold on. If you're not getting anything else, I would.
Quentin Grimes though for that and a pick though, Joe. Oh my God,
that's looking like the best offer though.
I don't know. The best offer might be to just let him walk. Like
it might be.
Oh, at least wait. Oh, at least hold. So my thing is, I know for a fact you can get something for him at the trade deadline. Like even if you just let it ride out and he gets to the trade deadline, that means he's a couple months away from being off the books.
Exactly.
But the thing is, we can't keep DJJ though, withholding Tim Hardaway Jr. to the trade deadline, unless DJJ was to take another a 1-year contract.
And all those $2 million players, King, that I was telling you about. We can't sign none of them because we'll be hard capped under second April. So that takes all that list out of the equation.
Hardaway Jr., bro. Damn, this dude Tim Hardaway Jr.
Me and Joe been talking about this for a while. There ain't no good answers here, y'all.
Yeah.
Well, the worst part is we got guys like Dwight Powell for 2 more years. We got stupid contracts.
I don't want to give away picks for Quentin Grimes, man.
But you're not giving away picks for Quentin Grimes. So what they're talking about is if they take Quentin Grimes' contract, you free up $12 million.
Yeah. I thought they were talking about attaching like some second round picks and all the Timmy for Quentin Grimes.
No, BJ said you're right.
You're still doing it to free up the cash. We're not over the second apron. If we only sign DJJ to the taxpayer mid level, we go over the first apron. As of right now, we're not. But if we sign him to the taxpayer mid level, that sends us over the first apron. We're not over the second apron. We're about $12 million away.
So even if we sign him and keep Timmy, we'd still be under the second one?
No, we definitely be under the second one. Hold on. So right now we're like $2 million over the first apron. So if
Okay,
we
so we still all right. Then yeah, then sign DJJ then and get Tim and hold Tim.
but you got to hold Shamit too is the problem. Or you got to Quentin Grimes makes $4 million, so it still puts us over the first apron.
No, if you do the.
But what I'm saying is just hold on to don't do the Grimes trade. What about that? And just sign DJJ. Don't do the Grimes trade and then trade Tim Hardaway Jr. in the middle of the season.
You can't. You got to trade Tim Hardaway Jr. for Grimes to free up the money to sign DJJ. You can't sign DJJ.
You can only. I think you can only give DJJ like $5 million.
Yeah, 5.
You're trading DJJ to give him more than that.
Yeah, if you do the trade, we'll have $12 million extra to give him. So we never give him the mid-level exception, basically, the full mid-level.
Because so I understand you saying that the trade to make money. So I understand that, but I heard that for them to make that trade, though, the Mavericks would have to give him Tim in the second round and some second-round picks for them to take Tim and give us Grimes to make that all happen.
Yeah.
I would throw one future, maybe. I don't want to.
Man, I don't want to throw no picks for Quentin Grimes.
We got 4 second-round picks.
So then you're letting DJJ walk for nothing.
We only got like no first rounders. Like our second rounders money now. I'm like Quentin Grimes.
So here's what you do is if you take Grimes and you give him a second, right? Then you lose 17 million off your books. You take back 4, so you use that 13. So you're basically you're saving a few $100,000 by doing that. It basically is a wash. So
Can I get a second back from him in the future?
Probably not. Because apparently, because of Quentin Grimes' record with the Knicks, he actually is considered to have some value. So it's going to be lopsided anyway. They're never going to add a pick to it.
Here's the good thing about it, that Lindsey went from the Mavericks over to Detroit, so they're going to have they can at least engage in cooperative negotiation where we can say, hey, how can we make this deal work where we meet both sides' needs, as opposed to some competitive negotiation like you see with Danny Ainge, where he's just trying to fleece you out of everything he can. You know,
The only reason I don't want to give the pick, because I feel like we need the picks to make our team better. So if we give up a pick for Grimes just to get off Tim to sign DJJ, how do we make the team better?
Would you throw in?
Hold on, King. Let me say this. Hold on, Richard. Let me do this. Let me make sure you know. The other good thing about signing Grimes, even if you give up a second-round pick, right, to do that, is that right now we will only have, if we get Grimes and then we sign DJJ, that'll put us at 14 players. If we're at 13 players, then we're forced under the CBA to sign a 14th player anyway. So you're spending that money. You're going to spend $2 million on a guy that's never going to play. With Quentin Grimes, you're spending $2 million more than that, but he's probably going to get a few. He's going to burn some of those 20,000 minutes that you got to count for each season. So there's some upside to Grimes.
It is upside. I'm just saying, like, so I'm trying to win I want to win a ring next year, y'all. Like, I want to win a ring next year. I want to find a way to make the team fit where we can win a ring next year.
Which one's got more value to you? Jaden Hardy or a second round pick? It's going to cost you one of them. You could probably do a deal like with Portland and get, say, Josh and either Maxie or Timmy off the books and then add a pick to get the other one. Yeah, I mean, it would be, whichever player you wanted, it would be Grant or Denny.
So they're talking about Portland. They're talking Coy. I usually I see him in the comments. I usually don't care about the picks. I usually don't care about the picks. My thing is, like, we in a arms race right now. I hear from like Jeremy Grant with the Lakers. I think they're gonna want at least like 2 picks and all that stuff. So we have to.
That's a good metaphor.
If we wanted Jeremy Grant, we had to have some type of leverage or something better than the Lakers. When we say, here you go, take this. If we trade Timmy away and a second round pick, what else do we have to trade for somebody else?
Okay. Hey, King, how about this? By doing that trade, because Quentin Grimes and Josh Green are redundant. but Josh makes more money. So if we can toss Josh into a trade for that 11 or 12 million he's making.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking, isn't Tim Hardaway Jr.'s contract more appealing than Josh Green's?
No, Tim Hardaway's the only player that's ever gonna play. No.
But Tim Hardaway's an expiring contract.
But he's also a player
apparently
that
Hardy
doesn't do
has
anything.
more value than THJ.
And Green has more value.
Teams are saying flat out no to Timmy.
So y'all think if we leave Tim Hardaway Jr. and we give the second rounds up, we got enough to still possibly get Jeremy Grant?
Probably.
We've got 4 second rounders.
Because who's the money we're gonna put together to get Jeremy Grant then?
Here's the thing, King. Here's the thing about that though, King. With the metaphor that you used, an arms race is really applicable, and we kind of are bringing a knife to a gunfight. And the problem with Josh Green to Portland is Portland has a lot of guards that are.
Portland's got a lot of everybody after this draft.
So that's why I would think they would want just the expiring contract.
But that they traded for Denny was like, unless they're planning on moving him on, but they gave up 2 first-round picks to get him. So that tells me they're planning on keeping him, and maybe they're going to try and compete. I mean, maybe they're not a teardown. I thought they were a teardown. You know, these teams hold on, man, like Brooklyn and Washington, they kind of held on for a long time, and you're like, man, we all knew they should have tore down. I mean, Brooklyn giving Claxton 4 years and $100 million, I thought was fucking crazy too. I mean, I guess he's going to be their only player that's making any money, right?
Yeah, but he's a valuable commodity though if they want to trade.
Yeah,
so
for
I think
sure.
That's why they gave him that contract. I also think Portland though is about to try to see who's a part of their future. They're about to run this year and seeing which young guys we got and which young guys we're going to get rid of. I think they want Denny to be a part of their future, though. Like I said, I think Jeremy Grant is gone. So I'm just like, is Josh Green more appealing to that? Like, I'm just thinking of past the Quentin Grimes trade. Is if we get rid of the Tim Hardaway Jr., do we then have enough to be in the sweepstakes for Jeremy Grant?
Josh Green and Maxi Kleber first and 2 seconds will get you Jeremy Grant.
Josh, Maxi Kleber, Powell, Lawson makes the money work.
Especially since they just traded for Denny and they've got Cabrera. They're going to let that be their forwards for the future, Young, to go along with Scoot and their other guard, and they're going to trade everybody else off.
Let me ask y'all this.
Portland can't take 4 for 1 from us, right? Because we're gonna be way under as far as the players.
Yeah, we can't take in more money than we take out.
Yeah, like that's
we're until we do something, until we get off some salary, we can't do that. We just got to get a couple million under. That's why Dwight Powell's bullshit contract hurts us more than what people realize. Here's the thing, if you're so they were talking about Kings were talking about us and the Lakers possibly or for Jeremy Grant. Would you rather have Rui and Vanderbilt or Kleber and Green?
Rui and Vanderbilt.
Yeah, and they've got 3 first-round picks, and we have 2.
Yep, that's the point I'm getting to, Joe. Now you're seeing me. If we make the Tim Hardaway move for Quentin Grimes, like me and Ro always talk about on the show, we wanted the Tim Hardaway contract to be a part of getting the final piece because it's an expiring decent deal, almost $20 million. Why are we giving away Quentin Grimes with draft capital?
To sign DJJ, and that's the only reason.
Sign DJJ, that's not a good move.
You know what I think? I think we should offer DJJ the 5.2 on a 1-and-1, and then whenever he says, and you're going to decline, and this is not a prove it deal for you, this is just injury protection for you on the back end, and if all things equal, then we'll have your bird rights, and we can sign you to whatever we need to.
Can we give him an ugly contract where it's ugly in the beginning and gets better then?
That's the taxpayer mid-level exception at 5.2 with a 1-and-1, right? With a trade kicker and whatever else you do on there, right?
You don't have to do anything.
Shit, you could give him a no trade, but then, like I said, you give him that, and then with the idea that that he's going to decline his player option in the second year for that $5.2 million, and then you can sign him for a 3 and 36.
Yeah, Luca, I'm with you. We can't losing DJJ makes us go backwards, but doing that move for Tim Hardaway Jr. keeps us equal. That's how I feel. Like I don't want to be.
Hold on.
And we lost an asset.
Joe, jump in here with me. Don't leave me out on left field on this one, please. But y'all, I like DJJ too. But there's players that can do what he does and probably do more for less than $15 million. I ain't fixing to stress out over re-signing a 28-year-old to a deal that's an average to okay player.
I would rather have Najee Marshall than DJJ.
All day.
I'd rather have him too. Like, so I want to keep DJJ. He proved his worth. The thing is, we paying too much money to Josh Green on the bench.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
That's what it comes down to.
No
Josh Green making too much money on the bench.
No doubt about that.
We're paying too much money to Maxi Kleber. We've got too many
to those guys on the bench. Yeah,
we've still got $28 million in bad contracts on our books with Dwight Powell.
Way more than that, Joe. If you include Tim, Josh, and Maxi and Powell.
Oh yeah. Then you're up at $45 million.
Like 40, yeah.
For a trash ass bench.
The part is we want to keep Markieff Morris because he's our locker room guy. And the way it stands right now, we can't sign him if he wanted to play for free.
We got to sell his bench, man. If we're gonna use all the draft capital to get rid of the whole bench, then I'm down with that. Like, we can't just do it to get rid of Tim Hardaway. Like, that's not gonna make it work. Won't have enough.
It might take something radical like that to get us where we want to be.
I'd give away everything at this point because we went to the finals. I don't care about draft picks no more. I want money to sign guys.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
You tell him, King.
Well, there's a good chance that for us to upgrade our team, we're going to come out of this with no first-round picks until 2031 or 2032.
Yeah. We got Luka Doncic. I don't need a first-round pick. Feel me, Joe?
That's no tradable draft picks. Let me rephrase.
Yep. I want to go. We either got to have the tradable draft picks or we need the money. One or the other.
Well,
we don't have either right now.
Pick out that you could probably find the 6-foot guards, somewhere on the cheap. The third guard, you need to pick out that wing and put our best package together and don't bullshit about it and go get it. No matter who it is.
Go get expiring
Grant's the one they need to go after right now. I mean,
we need to go get expiring contracts. The guys that got a little bit of skill.
See, here's the problem, guys. If we can't trade Timmy Hardaway and whatever to Portland to take $96 million off their belt, they're not willing to do that when they're not. I mean, they are so far away. That just tells you how little value other teams see in.
Would you trade all of your picks to get off all that contract?
I wouldn't want to do it for Jeremy Grant, but
what I'm saying, not even for Jeremy Grant. No, Richard, not even Jeremy Grant. So that's a different story. Would you trade all of your assets just to get off of their money on the bench, just so you have the money available?
I mean, I would if I could get off of $45 million with Dwight Powell, Maxi Kleber, Josh Green, and Tim Hardaway, then I would definitely trade those first 2-round picks.
I would trade everything to get off the picks. Get off the books.
Yeah,
especially when you got somebody that's proven that they'll either make the right pick or they'll straighten it out and get the right pick. I would trust Nico with $50 million. Way more than I did damn Mark Cuban, that's for damn sure.
And I think there's enough.
I'd probably do it.
There's enough guys, Richard, that we can get on expiring contracts that can do the stuff that we need done on the team.
That's 7 on the low. We get all 7 of them.
Yes, so we can get those guys on the bench. They playing on the bench. These guys that are Eric Gordon available now. He tested.
Lamar
Stevens.
Guys like that is out there, y'all, for $2.5 million. Any of y'all remember him from Memphis? He's pretty good.
Yep. Would y'all take Eric Gordon over Tim Hardaway Jr.? Hell yeah.
I mean, the fact is, we made it to the finals with guys that couldn't hit better than 17% from 3. Even vet minimum's got to be better than that. It couldn't get any worse.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. I would take Eric Gordon. I would use all these assets to get off of all those contracts.
Hell, just go get John Wall.
Too much.
John Wall
wants to play again.
If he wasn't a fucking head case, I would take.
I'd take John Wall over. Oh, damn near everybody on my bench.
Yeah,
I take John Wall over everybody on my bench except I would have took Dwight Howard when we had the chance before. You feel me? Like we had the chance, we just don't pull the trigger.
Do you have to pause after you say Dwight Howard?
I guess maybe.
Here's the thing.
No, he calls
when they signed Tim Hardaway, Josh, Maxi Kleba, and Dwight Powell, I was immediately like, man, fuck. Fuck. That's like one of those things, like, you know, like we were talking about this last night, King. You know, like when you're like your baseball team, they trade all their fucking great prospects for some backup catcher to come help for a World Series run.
Yeah, and then you're like, damn, it don't work, and we sitting here like, well, all our prospects.
Yeah. And then you're just like, yeah, that's one of those things when we signed that same helpless feeling. That's how I felt whenever we signed those players, because where we are.
That's why.
You know what messed it up? I'm gonna tell you a real talk. What messed up our team this year? We signed guys in the offseason to be insurance for Josh Green, but we signed Josh Green to a new contract.
Yeah.
So the guys that are insurance for Josh Green showed off more than Josh Green. Shout out to Exum and DJJ, and we still got Josh Green now at over $15 million.
Well,
here's
the
the
bright
bad
side
thing.
to that is Josh Green does have some trade value. Jaden Hardy has some trade value. His contract just ain't worth a damn.
Hold on though. You could have made Josh Green a restricted free agent. You could have said, listen, we're going to cut you and let you do a sign and trade. There's all kinds of possibilities other than giving him fucking $48 million or $50 million.
Yeah, he hadn't shown enough to get that.
Yeah, we just jumped the gun. We just,
you know what though? So I was gonna say though, this is why when everybody says, "Oh, kid got us to the finals," I'm sorry, that is a kid and a Cuban influence. Why we kept those guys? Yeah. He liked his guys, and he kept them. And because Cuba wasn't gone, Nico couldn't do anything about it. So hopefully Nico's going to clean house now because he don't have Cuban protecting Kid on his. Those are all guys that Kid kept playing when all of us are going, why?
Luka.
Conversation. We ain't got the assets to unload them guys. That's the problem.
Hey, Luka, you're right in the comments. Like I said, it's not DJJ is important. I'm 100% agreeing with you. But what I'm saying is I want to add on top of DJJ as well. That's been the whole thing since the finals loss. It's like we need to solidify the 3 position. DJJ is probably the best on the bench. I don't want to go into the season just going back to last year is all I'm saying. Like, we're not going to win.
I got to tell you. Hey, King, I'll tell you one trade that I would gladly do is I would trade a first-round pick and Kispert for fucking THJ so that because Kispert's only making $5 million, and that dude figured out some things this year. First of all, he shot over 40% from 3. And that dude figured he knew how to dribble the ball, so he can attack the hole.
I think he's the one they're not going to trade. That's the one I've always been saying.
Him and Koulibaly, what I was hearing is the only 2 untouchable.
Kuzma.
I was hearing the Denny. Just last night they were talking about Denny Abdia as a pipe dream. They're not going to trade him too.
I told y'all when they were talking about that whole moving the Virginia and all that stuff. I'm like, they're going to clean house now, y'all. They trashed. Like, they were doing the Jordan Poole, all that stuff. They're going to go brand new. Nobody on a contract. They want to go brand new. Denny just got a contract. So I'm like, he's done after the season. Everybody they got on rookie contracts, so there's no reason to get rid of them. Like, eventually they want to be good, so they're going to keep those young guys and then try to get everybody else. They can take bad contracts now until they're ready to be good and get draft picks.
I'm just not going to get my panties in a twist here until after Thursday. And if we're sitting around and it's a week after Thursday, and we haven't done anything, then I'm going to be like kind of where King is and going, we're in an arms race and we fucking are losing.
Hey, Big J, I would sign Kelly Oubre if DJJ decided to walk. Yes.
But they're not going to – Kelly Oubre's – he was making $2 million. Somebody's gonna find money for him, even though he's kind of a fucking knucklehead. He's
at least worth $15 million if Tim Hardaway Jr. is.
Yeah, for sure he is.
He better than Tim.
He's unrestricted free agent though, so I'm like,
if he take the role, you might be able to get him. If you had to hurry up though.
It's not even so much Luca Better saying something like we don't have roughly no assets. It's not even that we don't have a lot of assets. It's just other teams have more assets.
Yeah.
So that's
You have
the
an
problem.
asset.
Yeah, we have to make a decision. That's what we gotta make a decision. We're stuck in this little. We keep swapping picks and doing this and all. We got to make a decision on what we're going to do. We have to get off of money, or we have to get draft picks. And I don't want to go to draft pick route because I don't know what's coming up in the future. That's not.
I think what we're learning already right now. I think what we're learning right now is that what we've all said as fans is that Maxey is trash and THJ is trash and Josh Green is trash. And
trash.
I mean, and the fact is, we're trying to dump contracts to teams, and unless they just really want an expiring contract because it works, we're getting like payback against what we've said. When Twitter's a hell of a coach. Yeah, well, Twitter was right, and the rest of the freaking NBA knew our guys were trash.
And this is what we meant by trash, like you said, Sticks. It's not that the guys. We're not saying guys are trash. These guys will kick our ass. We know that.
And
but
I don't know
for the value of
I
their
hope they kick my ass.
For the value of their contract, they're trash. They are the guys on our team for the value of their contract that are trash. That's what we're talking about. That aren't worth their contract.
I don't believe for one split second that Houston was going to pay Dwight Powell 3 times more than us.
That's such BS, eh? That's such BS, man.
I don't even think about Dwight Powell no more, though, y'all. Like, Dwight Powell's on the minimum, basically. He is a minimum player. That's what he is. He's not even like a horrible contract. The guy I start thinking about now is Maxey Kleber. We didn't give him a min.
But listen, I completely agree. But the fact of the matter is, Dwight Powell's $4 million contract puts us into that first apron where if we trade for more money, then we're hard capped at 178, which really fucking,
that is 100% true, Joe. But I'll say it to you this way in a different way. Dwight Powell's our third center making $4 million.
Yeah,
our third center will be making $4 million.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? Like that's he's there. The guys is not doing it. What we want Maxey Kleber to do, he's not $11 million worth.
I'd just rather have Jackson Hayes for $2 million.
Oh, absolutely. I'd rather, but still, I mean, you feel like we're getting real choosy when we go in the third center to who we want. Like, yes, I'd rather have that guy, but it's our third center, so okay, he's making the $4 million.
Listen, I've seen people lose chess matches to a pawn.
I agree. You're 100% right. I play chess, so yes, sir. Yes, the best move would be to upgrade to Dwight Powell. But I'm just saying at the top of the list, that should be on your list, but it's not the top of my list. I'm saying if I was
take $2 million though off the center, King, you take $5 million off a power forward, you can add that to a small forward and get the guy that you really want.
You are 100% right. But if I take what's that, Josh Green, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Maxey contract together, how much money is that?
Yeah, but you ain't gonna trade all 3 of them.
I'm just saying. I'm just going on people that I don't feel like worth their money. How much money is
12, that? That's 24. That's 28 million.
20. What Josh Green is how many a year? 5 million a year?
It's no. Josh Green is making 12.6, 13.6, and 14.6.
Oh, did he lose me?
Did you hear me?
I lost you for a second. I'm back. Go ahead.
I said that it's
you don't want to hear it.
13.6, and 14.6 for Josh Green.
Okay, so you said 20 what?
And Maxey's making 11 a year, and then obviously Dwight Powell's making 4. So 11. Maxey and Powell are 15 million a year, and then Josh Green makes it 27 to 29 million a year for those 3 players.
Y'all, everybody keep your mind on that thought for just a second, but let me interrupt you just one more time, please. There is some really good talent slipping into the freaking second round. We need to be paying attention.
I was going to say one thing, too. If we trade for Corey Crisper, would you do this deal? Corey Crisper for Tim Hardaway, Josh Green, Jaden Hardy. You free up 25
points. That's the whole point.
You free up 25 million.
It's Kispert, first of all, but yes, I would trade. I would trade that. Listen, I love Josh Hardy, but the fact of the matter is, those type of players kind of grow on trees. Jaden Hardy,
and you know what? He's 1 year, and then you have to up him, and it's like if he does better than Green, it's like, oh, okay, what are we looking at? 13 million? Shit.
Yeah,
right?
For a 6'3"
It ain't
guard.
wrong, though, dude. What you said ain't wrong.
Oh shit! They just drafted Bronny
Back-
James. Just kidding.
I'd say this Collier kid's kind of nice though. They just went to the USC kid.
Actually, my kid is that's what Evans just talking about. He's like, I can't believe Collier went that far.
Yeah.
Like, he's shocked
Same
they
way with
let him
Tyler
drop that far.
Smith. I mean, I'd have never thought he would drop into the second round.
There's a lot of players that are still nice on the board. That
Bobby Clement, he's good.
yeah. Yeah, this Collier kid, I remember because I always follow USC in every sport because
There
they
he
just have
goes.
some ballers.
Utah, that helped them.
Uh-oh. No, I
Collier
can't say
kept-
it on. We're on
Collier
playback.
kept Bronny on the bench. I'm not joking. Collier was in front of Bronny.
No, I'm not talking about laughing about what I said. I can't. I was laughing about what I said. I can't say on playback. Oh, we lose King completely?
Maybe.
Yeah, he's not on here at all.
Yep. King got in trouble. Queen came and took his phone from him.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Like we were talking about the other night, though, man. I ain't gonna use a lottery pick on a 6-foot guard, but I'll damn sure take one in the second round.
What is Whoopo? Whoopo, bring your ass up on the stage. You got these crazy opinions.
What in the hell? Powell is better than Morris. He can play for stretches during injuries. And so could a lot of other centers that are actual real tall and can actually not get hit in the head constantly and not volleyball a ball back.
Yep,
And I can pay them
As
less.
good as screens, though.
exactly.
Yeah,
By the
but
way,
at least they might be able to catch a ball.
I'm reading some NBA trade rooms and they're saying Washington is still in play for THG.
You reading them trade rumors? Did you read my new bio?
No.
Well, I tell you what, I'd trade for either
My
one of
new
the
bio.
forwards they just said. I'd send Tim Hardaway Jr. packing for.
Hey,
Yeah, my new bio is the anti-journalist, and so I report on all the things that don't happen, since everybody else posts a bunch of bullshit.
Here's what I want people to think about with Jaden Hardy is like if you do a redraft and Jaden Hardy is like they think he's like the 20th best player in that draft, and the Mavericks got him for what $2 million or something like that. If you traded, and you're going to have to extend him, right? I mean that's where we are. But we could treat him as a first round pick because I think a lot of teams see him as first round value. The problem is that you're losing a couple years on that contract, but he would be, just outside of the lottery, depending on who's picking. So,
am I back yet?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
Thank you, Sticks. We having a crazy storm over here, and it took my power out for a second. And my cell phone service is trash over here, so the Wi-Fi is better. But
Yeah, Bobby Clinton, though, y'all, and Tyler Smith. I'm buying in for them. And there's a couple others here. I mean,
I missed the whole part with the when y'all were talking about the contracts. Though, how much was the contracts?
Which part? Which ones do you want to know?
When y'all were talking about all the people together.
All four of them that can't play is 45 million.
45. So Dwight Powell gone is 41, right?
Yep.
Dwight Powell. Yeah, I want to get rid of him if I can, but he's a third center. We got $41 million sitting right there. Like that, we can go get a real good player and 2 vets off the bench.
Yeah.
Belly Joe, we'll both still down here saying, what center are you getting for the vet minimum $3 million that is game changing for the Mavs? Game changing? Dwight Powell's not game changing.
Yeah, Whoopo, that's called a straw man. Don't you listen?
Y'all better hold on.
If I can get rid of Powell and get a vet minimum, it's better than Powell.
Ben better pull a jersey out. Y'all better stop playing. Kareem Abdul-Powell. Wow, y'all saw him at moments. Y'all better stop. He almost won the Minnesota game.
He's the Rudy Gobert stopper.
Dude, I saw it. You saw it too, Richard. He almost won that Minnesota game.
Yeah, he's the Rudy stopper.
Impactful. We talking about impact at the third center position. It don't get much better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Wow, stop playing. But no, Sticks. We 100% agree with you, Sticks. Yes, we should get. If we could get somebody better than Dwight, we can get somebody better than Dwight. Same with you, Joe. Yes, I agree. But it's when you get to that point, like you're like.
Oh, let me say this. I'm just bitching. We're stuck with him until the end of the contract.
Yeah, like the third center, like you just trying to get dudes to fill that position. Like it is.
I ain't
what it
even
is.
sure we ain't stuck with him after that. I think his jersey's going up into. I swear, I think that's why Mark Cuban didn't sell the other 27% was because he wanted to make sure he got his boy's jersey up in the Raptors.
Jeez, man.
You know, say I'm crazy if you want to.
I hope Nico trades Maxey, man. Like I would, and it's not even about Maxey. It's not about hating on Maxey. None of that. I would really feel like this is a different regime, and Nico really got control now and all. If they found a way to get rid of Maxey, man.
Man, I would just rather another $11 million player that's just better than Maxey.
Yep. If they found a way to get rid of Maxey, and they know, because there's no way you can't tell now that Maxey is like beat up. We've been yelling that forever. Like Maxey will never be what people keep yelling Maxey to be again. He can't. He's done. That's no knock to him.
If we can't get rid of an expiring Tim Hardaway Jr. contract, why the hell we gonna, or how the hell we gonna get rid of Maxey?
You get rid of them all. I want to just get rid of them. Him and include Josh Green. Like he's the, I guess, one little valuable piece in all the picks. And just get off their money and get expiring contracts. That's $41 million of expiring money.
I don't know a team that can take them.
And ain't Kyrie about to be a free agent or a player option?
He's got a player option after this
year. Next year, like you can make hella money work, and then Kyrie can sign last next year if you got all them guys off your books.
Yeah.
You'd have hell of money next year.
Look, can we just cut Tim Hardaway worst case?
I mean, we can this year, but it still ain't gonna help us good. Like we could, but
it doesn't help us for money. I know. I'm just if he rolls up in a Mavs jersey this year, I'm gonna want to commit suicide.
We shouldn't have done fucking what's his name, JaVale McGee that way. I hate that.
I hate having people money on us. I think about baseball all too much. I watch too much baseball to see that extended money and teams still paying players forever and all that. I'm like, nah, I hate that.
Yeah, their consultants saying just let a player go and move on.
Yeah.
I don't want to be looking there when Luka's on his new contract making $100 million a year and look down and go, damn, we're still paying Tim Hardaway $5 million a year.
JaVale could have gave it something. Hey, we could have had him in that third center position, and he's still getting paid.
I still look at I think Ken Griffey Jr. was still getting paid.
Yep.
You
feel me? Guys
the Cowboys just signed Zeke Elliott back this year for $3 million, and we're bragging, and then nobody paid attention that they had him on the book still for $8 million.
Yeah. So he's making 11. So like,
so he just bamboozled us for $3 million more.
Yeah, like
you would have originally gotten paid. People are like, we got Zeke back for $3 million.
I hate it. Yeah, I hate it when they did it for JaVale McGee. I hated it then. I hate it now. Like, we just can't clean house. For some reason, the Mavs won't clean everything up. They just keep trying to
Mark Cuban
sweep it under the carpet, man. I'm like, just stop. Clean it up.
Yeah. The other thing, too, guys, is if we have a team that thinks they're helping us get better, then they're like, well, your first-round pick's going to be worth shit. It's going to be down at the bottom. Which doesn't help either. Makes it harder to make a deal.
Those teams that don't clean up their books. I remember back in the 90s when the Cowboys, they tried to instead of just dumping everybody into 1 year and saying, all right, we're going to eat all these salaries and we're going to suck this year. They tried to half-ass it and they ended up going 5-11 anyway. So
I think the Mavericks would we can find guys to compete at the same level we competed this year.
You feel me?
Straight
Like
up, there's with the players that are left that are rolling over for the first round, and the players that were already in the second round that are good players. There's going to be good players that goes undrafted in this draft. If Nico could just find them that are better than the players that we're wanting to get rid of.
There's a guy. You're right, Richard. There's a guy in the draft probably that can make 1 or 2 threes a game. Right? Tim Hardaway Jr. couldn't make that for us at $16 million.
We already have that. We already have that guy available. His name's
Yeah, I know we already got that guy. I'm just saying there's another guy in the draft that probably can come here and just do that role for you.
TGK could probably hit 1 or 2 threes a
That's
game.
what I'm saying.
hold on. I got TGK going to San Antonio at 35 tomorrow night. So he's gonna go run the point for Pops.
Is he going to sit and do a vlog while he watching the screen?
Is that because he's Mexican? You're trying to send him to San Antonio? Is that why you picked that?
Listen, my dad, my brother lived down in San Antonio. I just picked 35 because
he just picked the Alamo.
I picked the number and then I looked and see who it was, and then I saw it was San Antonio. Y'all just racist and trying to put your evil on me.
Oh man.
Whatever. You were just mad because all the white guys didn't get rich tonight.
King, don't. We know you're racist. I better not hear
I'm the most racist guy here. You know that. I can't say nothing, man. Like if you say anything, I know. You know what? I'm gonna take that back because as the season progressed, things changed. And I think more of the Lucas stands understood where I was coming from. I'm like, bro, I'm on Lucas' side. Like, I think Lucas is incredible. Y'all don't understand how incredible I think he is.
But you shouldn't have to give your resume though.
I've been saying I've said I believe before anybody on the tube at least that I said this dude is the greatest offensive player of all time. I think I'd said that before anybody, and I'm like, I done said this already. Why do I have to say anymore? Like, well, if you talk about him doing this and this, you think he trash and all. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Those Kyrie stands and Lucas stands are fucking they're irrational.
I am a Mavericks fan, so I'm going to tell you whatever makes the team better. Whatever makes the team better, I'm going to tell you. I'll sit back, and that's why the whole people still get on me about the Kyrie. You said trade Kyrie. No, I didn't say trade Kyrie. I said if Nico and them weren't going to make any moves last year, when everybody said maybe another process, we may have to wait another year because they were saying that other shows were saying it may be another year. I was saying if that's the case, then you trade Kyrie. Why are we wasting his talents? I don't want to waste Kyrie over here. I know he wants to win. Oh, but you said trade Kyrie. You hate Kyrie. I'm not watching. These guys are fools.
Yeah, the context.
They're close to what you said.
You said trade Kyrie.
Yeah,
I said trade Kyrie because we're doing Kyrie dirty if we're doing that. But you said trade Kyrie.
Yeah, I like how you're using that voice too. By the way,
that's what they told me, man. That's exactly when they write that stuff. I think of it in that voice.
Yeah, some kind of ridiculous fucking voice.
Yeah, you said trade Kyrie, like just trolling. That's what it's like the troll voice.
I always use a higher voice because I always think those people are really young.
I think of them as people. I think different. I think of them as people that have no life, that get no the JJ, let's say it, and sit around and just sit on their like laptops or like watch TV and all, and just sit back in a chair and don't have a life and just type and say, "Hey, you said trade Kyrie."
Now I'm offended, King.
I'm sorry, Jeff. But those guys, they're more like those Josh Giddey guys. No, yeah, that's what I feel like. They're sitting there. You said trade Kyrie.
Yeah,
that hide behind a different picture.
Yep, I agree with that.
That's what I feel like. So that's the voice I use for those guys. But it is what it is at this point. We've been doing this long enough now, man. And that's why we got to the receipts points, because usually we can have receipts to just pull up. That's why the stuff on wax, and I love it.
Yeah. Of course, anybody that listens to Playback on YouTube, they're going to be like, listen to those guys, bitch.
Right, we get enough of those guys, too. We got guys that come in the end of the season and start talking stuff. Some guys say we losers and all that. We talking. I'm like, bro, how many teams y'all going to pick to try to wait for us to lose? Like, you're irrelevant now. You're a loser here, still watching the show.
Yeah, if I'm a loser, then what does that make you?
Yeah, you keep coming back like, oh, well, you losers are here talking. Bro, we were just in the finals. What are you talking? And you're not even a Celtics fan. At least I didn't think you were.
They just in here talking.
There were no Celtics fans that were in the whole season. I did not see anybody saying I'm a Celtic fan. I'm a Celtic fan throughout the whole entire season.
We saw a lot of LeBron fans, a lot of Golden State
There was
fans.
I done
There was
seen
a
all
Celtic-
kind of different people fans. I done seen LeBron, like you said, KD, Suns fans. We got people that were Philadelphia fans and all that, New York fans, Atlanta fans. I ain't seen nobody that was a Celtic fan in our chat the whole year. Then people become Celtic fans after we lose, saying, "Oh, you guys are losers. You didn't beat us."
Yeah.
I saw a Celtic fan at the AAC watch party.
Question for you guys: if somebody drafts Bronny and they want to give him a 2-way contract, but his agent said he's only playing if one-way contract, basically in the NBA. What are his options? Can he just
transfer
not
to
sign?
another school?
But then,
I mean,
do you still have his rights or no?
No.
Yes. Yeah. You do.
You
once
sure? I think he can go back to school and it wouldn't be right.
Once he hires an agent, he's a professional. He can't go back to school.
I mean, if you're looking at the talent that's still left available, why the hell are we even talking about Bronny James?
This is just Div.
You
keeps
hold up.
bringing
You're right.
fucking
You're
No,
right.
no,
though,
no.
Rick.
But the reason I'm saying that, you guys,
that's if he wasn't to get drafted. If he does get drafted by somebody who has the agent, you're right. They do have his rights.
Okay, so what I'm saying though is the reason I would do it is to see if I can convince them to give me something from their roster to take Bronny, the Lakers.
I don't know what kind of games you think you're going to play with these GMs. Obviously, they're not picking until 58. They didn't care about it.
If the Lakers don't draft Bronny, then they're not worried about Bronny.
Yeah, and I would
tell me like
listen,
they're not going to give their house for Bronny if they didn't draft Bronny.
And man, and listen, we're all adults and businessmen. When you get in a negotiation, when somebody tries to fucking use some bullshit leverage on you, you're like, now I'm walking away from the deal just on.
I'll never work with you again, like ever.
Yeah.
Don't you dare! You trying to play me like that? Like, oh, okay. And then the Lakers are the Lakers, so I'll make sure you never get anybody.
Yeah. And that's just not Nico's not that way, dude. There's no way he's going to be playing bullshit games like that.
If Nico gets Bronny, Jason Kidd wants Bronny.
Yeah. And they all
don't make me cry. Don't make me.
We're not getting Bronny. I don't even know why we're talking about this.
I'm just saying, if he does, though, that means Jason Kidd think he's gonna fit in the system. Like Jason Kidd and LeBron is okay with Jason Kidd coaching him and all that. Like that means he wants him.
Man, listen, if we're bitching about Josh Green, we would definitely be bitching about.
Oh, I mean, for real.
You know
Bro,
what? I don't think
if we drafted Bronny James and he played first season.
I don't think they would be because Bronny isn't. What was Josh Green drafted? 18th.
18th.
Yeah, like Bronny wouldn't. If Bronny came in and gave you Josh Green like production, people would be surprised.
I freaking hate.
Look, if Bronny James got drafted by us and he plays first year and Omax didn't get to play first year and Hardy barely got to play,
no.
I'm done. I'm a Mavs fan for life minus 1 year.
Yes, absolutely. I'm with you.
Div, I fucking hate you for bringing this up.
We're not drafting Bronny.
I got to tell you, the King is a gracious host and indulges you. If it were my show, I would fucking ban you.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna tell y'all real talk. The Mavericks.
It's only because he wants.
If the Mavericks keep the 58th pick, and Bronny James is not signed by 58, the Mavericks are going to draft Bronny James. Watch what I tell y'all.
And I'm done.
Y'all can be done and all that stuff. I'm not saying you play over Omax and all that. I'm telling y'all though.
Want that
and I'm going to tell you, we're going to sit here and watch. He may be off the board by then. If they get to 58 and Bronny James is now off the board, the Mavericks are going to draft Bronny James.
Yeah, I can see that happening too.
So, question though.
Then I'm going to want Nico and Jason Kidd fired.
Yeah, there's too much talent left on this board to be.
Yeah,
he's a Jason Kidd type of player.
What Sticks is going to fuck around and get traded to Houston.
I'll just look. We could just pick up that girl from the AAC that was all bright, talking
y'all gonna
shit.
Act like, y'all gonna act like y'all ain't watching that victory on the screen though, too. Though I see y'all.
I'm not watching anything.
Good. It's all good. We snapped that 5-game losing streak. Dang.
Oh man, that's awesome. Div.
Look at that. 3 best win percentage in the AL this season. Oh, the Texas. Oh, that's Cleveland. Cleveland Guardians. Oh, that's the New York Yankees. How about the Texas? Oh, that's the Baltimore Orioles. Damn.
Are you talking shit about the Rangers right now?
No sticks. I ain't say nothing. The Rangers right down the screen.
Are you talking shit right now about the Rangers?
No, sticks. I ain't talking no track. They got Grimace on the screen.
We trash right now.
Man,
I mean, it's fair.
Mets.
We're trash right now. So
we got no pitching.
Y'all got Scherzer back.
Our pitching is absolutely atrocious.
Didn't Max Scherzer just return?
Yeah, but I mean,
he threw 5 innings and he had nerve. He started feeling nerve pain again in his arm.
God,
he almost had a perfect game through 5 innings. He got 1 hit in the 5th inning. Like he was pitching like 9 pitches an inning. He was destroying.
He was cooking them. He looked like Max Scherzer again.
Oh, like he was basically untouchable. The one guy got a single right off the bat. He hit a ground rule double deep. That was the only person that touched him the entire time.
That's just major league hitters, though. Yeah.
Damn, they hurt.
It's weird with the Rangers, though. Josh Young was out for a while last year, and then he came back right before the playoffs again. And then our offense started clicking, and our offense started clicking good right at the beginning. And then Josh Young got hit in the arm or got hit in the hand and broke his hand, and the offense went to shit again. It's almost like there's something about Young in our lineup that makes our offense better. It's weird.
Well, you just push everybody down into a different slot.
Yeah, puts everybody in their right roles. It's like anything else. But this is not a knock to y'all. This is just the truth. I think y'all can. I mean, y'all kind of sold everything for a championship. Y'all won it. Y'all can go for some years without winning again, and y'all think y'all be happy because
we got a top 10 farm system though. We just signed all these 30-something-year-old pitchers and they're all injured.
Yeah, y'all.
Okay, so here you go. Here's I was going to reference this earlier. Here's the prime thing, right? We won the World Series, or like the Mavericks barely lose the World's, the finals, right? The problem is when teams get that close, people just go, well, we were able to get that far. Imagine with chemistry and a little more. No, the Rangers fucked off all out season because we won and did nothing for pitching. We didn't sign Jordan Montgomery because he wanted too much money, and then he goes over for $25 million to Arizona. And guess what Jordan Montgomery's doing? Sucking ass for Arizona, and Arizona's trash too. So it's like we literally took a terrible farm system. I mean, a terrible relief pitching system. We got no new starters, and we did nothing but get trash other relief pitchers, and we're right back to where we were last year, except this year our offense isn't just crushing people like it was. I mean, we were having 10-run games constantly last season. It's not happening this season. So our offense this year so far cannot make up for the horrible ass bullpen. And
the middle relief.
That's just the reality of it.
Yeah, but y'all got so much money tied up in injured players.
Yeah, for
Our
sure.
closer's actually damn good. Yates has done a phenomenal job since we got him in there.
And I'm like, with that,
but
like
our middle relief is
all that money.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
So
our starting pitchers are terrible too.
Y'all basically kind of sold your soul for a championship,
which is fine. We deserve
that's what I'm saying. It's fine. Like you just flip it and do it again or something.
A few things happened too. Bally Sports collapsing took a lot of financial money that the Rangers were going to use this offseason, and so that affected what they did too. So,
I mean,
that was money they were banking on.
I would definitely sell Sticks of Soul for another championship for either one, Rangers and the Mavericks.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's a team and an organization that's not really known for winning much. So you do all you can to win one, and you got one. Now you find a way to win it again.
We caught lightning in a bottle last year.
Yeah, you go trying to find lightning in a bottle again or something. Like, it's not easy to win them.
We stood pat though. That's the actually we didn't even stand pat. We took a couple steps back and said,
pitching we did.
Yeah. Which is
we said, we'll wait till Scherzer gets back and DeGrom gets back.
Y'all won because y'all won with all y'all big guys injured.
Yeah.
So y'all had already had it set. Like all them guys won a World Series too. Even if they didn't do anything.
Well, we got enough pitching back, and we got guys that pitch great, and then we had our bullpen kind of came together for the playoff run where they had been horrible last year, absolutely horrible.
Well, it's because we ran we were able to keep a very limited bullpen because Montgomery and Evaldi were able to run pretty long games, and so that allowed us to get mostly we had Spores, and then we'd rotate. Well, who was it else that came in? I forget but then you went into Leclerc, who was actually during the playoffs actually closed really well, and we were able to kind of keep a limited bench playing, and that's or limited bullpen. That's why.
What
are
y'all doing? What are y'all doing at the deadline? Are y'all going to sell or you going to buy?
You better be fucking buying, or else this season's gone.
Are you going to put more? You going to put more in your books?
I don't hold on.
I mean, who gives a shit? There's no cap space. Whatever they can fucking afford.
I don't think they're going to sell off. I think if they do hold on. I don't think that they will buy. I think they might more likely be a selling team because they're probably going to be below 500, and we'll probably have like 4 or 5 teams in front of us in the wild card.
But y'all only like a streak away, though, right? Y'all division
you're going to waste
not crazy, right?
We probably only got one more year with Bochy, so you're going to waste the one last year with Bochy?
I mean, I'm just telling you, man. I'm making business decisions, and I'm not going to jeopardize my. That's how the Rangers sucked for so long in the 2010s, is because they fucking sold off everything trying to win a fucking World Series with Elvis Andrus sucking ass and players like that.
Elvis Andrus, man,
refusing to trade Jurickson Profar for
when he was hot as shit. And then once they realized he wasn't so great, then they tried to trade him. He was like, God damn.
Yeah, they.
But aren't y'all like a Big J? You can talk, Big J. Ain't the draft over? I'm sorry, Big J, we boring you, but aren't the Rangers like a good run away from the top of the division though?
But they don't.
They won quite a few in a row. They're not that bad.
Y'all had won like 5. Aren't y'all like how many games y'all behind in y'all division? I don't think the division is.
I don't know how to look.
It's the wild.
No, we can easily get to the top of this division.
Yeah, because the Astros won a division and they were under 500, like going into the All-Star break last year.
Seattle's playing all this year, though, man. And Seattle played good ball last year.
We're playing alright ball, though.
Seattle is
it's not dominant.
We're 9. We're 9 games behind Seattle.
Yeah, that's a long ass ways, dude.
Oh, sorry, we're 7.5. 7.5.
That ain't that. You ain't even half the season yet.
Yeah, that's not that crazy.
That's not that far. The Astros made it up last year.
It's not even like though that the Seattle's been like super healthy or anything like that. I mean, they've had their glitches in their lineup too. So I mean, they're just better than us this year.
That's the situation that you in though. That's what I'm saying. It's like your division's not that far. Your team just got to make a run, and you can get there. But do you sell? Do you believe you have no chance?
Go 9-1 in over a 2-week period and be right back in it. I agree. We just haven't shown the consistency to put together that type of kind of run.
Well, Langford just got back. He's starting to hit finally. Young's about to come, is basically back. So, that gets back into the offensive rotation. Carter's going to come back. Question is what we're going to do when Carter comes back. Because I swear to God, if they leave Tavares in center, as bad as he's been playing in center, and you can't put Josh Smith has to move to DH. He's hitting too damn good not to go to DH. So you've got to pull Tavares out and put Carter into a center field.
How
Seager's hitting like a fucking beast.
Because I know Seager
started out with that's because of that injury. He couldn't really twist with his lower body, and he was missing a lot of the curves. And then he got on and he hit like fucking 8 home runs in like 7 games. I mean, he started crushing.
So he beasting again now?
Oh yeah, Seager's been fucking killing it again.
Okay.
So
he's definitely one of the
Lakeford is fucking finally showing what he showed in preseason.
Well, hold on.
He is spring training.
Seager at his best.
Hey, the problem with Langford though is he was getting absolutely hosed by the umpires. He had he was like leading the NBA or the MLB in worst third strike calls in the whole league. He had like 14 punch outs where they should have been balls. It was like crazy. And this is like a month into the season. He was just getting punched out left or right because he's a rookie. I was like, this is bullshit. I can't stand fucking officiating in every sport. It always sucks.
That's why I want automatic strike zones.
Yeah,
I love Corey Seager though. Seager at his best he was the best shortstop in baseball. But not anymore though.
Seager's amazing.
That belongs to Gunnar Henderson now.
Yeah, but I got to tell you, Corey Seager puts up in the postseason.
I mean,
God,
yes, Corey Seager's a beast in the postseason. I will never take. That's why I say I love Corey Seager. But when we played
I
y'all,
can rewatch that home run bomb. I'll never forget that home run
when,
again. The
when
crowd, every time I watch that, it's like, yeah.
when we played y'all though, Joe, and Sticks as well. The only guy that was hitting for us was Gunnar Henderson. He hit 500 for us with one home run in that series. That's it.
Hold on. I love Gunnar Henderson, so you're never gonna hear me say anything bad about him. So I just
Gunnar is that man. Gunnar is a 5-tool baseball player. This dude can do everything. He should be the MVP this year. Real talk. They're gonna give that BS. They're gonna probably give it to either Judge or Soto, which is BS. Because I thought defense mattered too. And Gunnar has 27 home runs already at the shortstop position. He's going to get 50 at shortstop.
We got to clarify something for Big J. This is not We Talk Rangers. This is We Talk Baseball.
There you go. There you go. Get him right, Sticks. We know more than just the Rangers here, Big J.
I'm happy that the Orioles are good. I mean, I grew up kind of liking the Orioles because I grew up in that neighborhood.
Hey, Joe, hold on. Big J wanted to say something. Go on, Big J. Come on, say it. Say it.
What's he?
He unmuted. He unmuted. It was all static. You were talking, and then he muted again.
He's sputtering out sentence fragments.
Hey, Joe.
What's that, Joe?
I was born in 86, Joe. So the Orioles last won their World Series in 83. I saw the nice 90s when we had such a great team in the 90s. We should have won. Oh man, Cal Ripken, Roberto Alomar, Jesus, I think Brady Anderson, Rafael Palmeiro. Man, we had a stacked team back then. We didn't win. Then we went through 15 years of trash.
You got
15 years of losing, man. The Orioles are my favorite team. They are my number one team. They're my hometown team. They are the team I stand behind. Even basketball is my favorite sport, but my favorite team is the Baltimore Orioles. That's my team.
Yeah,
and I went through the whole time, man.
I always I love the Orioles uniforms, their hats. The Orioles swinging the bat. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I liked living up there, man. I kind of miss the weather. I can tell you that. Good grief.
I love that we had 4 seasons, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Sticks, you wouldn't like it because there's black people up there. So.
Nah, man. Gunnar is like a latte. Gunnar kind of like Luka.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, he is. I'm gonna tell you why.
You get me mixed up with somebody else.
First year, he came out of high school the same draft that Adley Rushman was in. Adley Rushman was first pick. Gunnar went in the second round. Gunnar won Rookie of the Year his first year. So obviously, if he was in the second round, I didn't think he was going to be a rookie. He went up to the number one prospect, won Rookie of the Year. This is second year. He might win AL MVP.
I like when he came out. He should have been a first round pick, though, or at least the sandwich pick. So,
hey, the Orioles got Adley Rushman and Gunnar Henderson in the same draft.
What is I gotta look and see what Big J.
Hold on a second. I gotta clarify something. Big J, I think you owe me $10 now.
And it's hard to explain in baseball and NBA terms, Gina, because the game it's like you can be a great baseball player and never win a championship. You don't. It's like it weighs more when you're an NBA player because there's only 5 guys on the court.
Who is the AD? Sticks to be your wife's number. What the hell is that about?
So Kim, the guy Mike Trout considered one of the greatest baseball players of all time. This dude been in the playoffs one time.
I paid for all the AAC tickets I paid for 6 of them so that we could all get in the same area, and then we just had to pay me back. And I didn't. My Zelle account is attached, or my bank account is attached to my wife's phone number. So I told JJ not to worry about the $10, and so then after he said, "I always knew you were a closet racist," so I was like, "You owe me $10."
Whenever I get back over there, someday, I need Joe to get over there as well. Make sure he there. And when we at the game, I don't want y'all to be all quiet either, then, because we're gonna be acting a fool. Because I'm acting a fool.
Me quiet?
Because these people never gonna see me again.
Me.
But I'm acting a fool. Y'all from there. Y'all can act like y'all from there.
Big J, am I quiet, Big J?
I'm
really,
gonna be
man.
acting a fool. I'm gonna let y'all know.
You talking about for a Mavs game or for
a Mavs game, Joe?
Dude, I almost got kicked out of that AC watch party, King.
Man, I heard the stories about you, Sticks. I heard.
You want to fight that dude from Boston?
I heard stories about you and them ladies, man. You better watch out. You said you wanted Miles Bridges, didn't you?
Fuck that hoe.
Oh my God, bro.
Hey, Sticks, this is
Man,
on YouTube.
man, you don't. Yeah, I know. I screwed up.
We had to end. We had to end though, Joe. It's like
It's all right. Yeah. No, I mean, screw that. You know, I don't care if you're. You know what I don't like? I don't like when you get that like, well, she's a woman thing, so you can't. It's like if a man stood up and taunted like he did, guys in there would have stood up because a woman does. No, I'm like, sit your ass down. Like, don't you sit here and turn around your jersey and flaunting and taunting people. Like, we ain't playing that game. Not happening.
It don't matter who you are. If somebody need to be told they're doing something wrong, they're doing something wrong.
Yeah, like, and then the security guard comes down to me and she's like, well, fans are allowed to support their team. And I was like, she's like, they're allowed to cheer. I was like, she's not cheering. She turned around and started popping her jersey and started flapping her mouth to all the other Mavs fans around her.
No, Sticks. You can't do that. She was just heckling, Sticks.
Nah. She was like, like, I was like, nah, you sit down.
Sticks. You was mad.
Oh, no. Oh, we all mad. It was when Pritchard hit the three. But when she started getting up and started running her mouth and started turning around and running it, I was like, nah, you're sitting down.
Let me ask you a question, though. If you were in Boston and the Mavericks were winning the championship, how would you have been acting?
Well, I'm white, so I'd have been okay. You might have been in trouble.
No. I didn't ask you about what you being white. I'm just asking how would have you?
I had to throw that in there. We were talking about Boston.
If you were in Boston,
I wouldn't act that way in another. No, I wouldn't act that way in another player's arena. I wouldn't act that way in another team's arena. It's not. I don't think it's right.
I don't believe that, Sticks, but okay. I'm gonna take your word for it. I feel like you'd have been going off.
No, and like I'll stand up and cheer, but like so I'm saying, like standing up and cheering is fine, but you don't taunt fans in another arena. Yeah. Just a bad idea.
I know I'll be waving people off when I'm in their arena. When I'm in the road arena, even when I'm here in DC and the Mavericks beat the Wizards, I'm damn sure waving to people when they're leaving out and all. Like, see you later. Bye.
So Sticks is only annoying to the people around him, not and visitors.
Ooh. You say Sticks the front runner. Ooh. Ooh. I'm instigating.
No, actually,
I got no problem. Like I had Timberwolves fans in front of me cheering for him in that conference finals, and I just looked right past him and yelled, "Yeah, he's the biggest crybaby."
When I'm at somebody's arena, like I said, I expect the trash talk can be horrible too when you at somebody's arena. Like when I was in Philadelphia and the Mavericks lost, people were looking at me and making jokes and all that. I'm like, man, get the hell out of here! No, you gotta be able to. Like it is what it is when you in a hostile environment, you in a different person's arena.
Well, it also depends on how you do it. Like if there's banter and you're just talking shit and having fun, kind of like how we are on Twitter, like, just having the fun of back and forth. My guy's better than my team's better. That's fine. Like I said, it was the way that girl did it that I wasn't okay with. I don't care if you cheer. I don't care if you banter. Like I was cutting it up with some like Timberwolves fans before the game, but at the Cameron Stewart guy, and I was like, and the Timberwolves in front of me fans, I was having it at it with giving shit with them. Like I don't give a crap about that. It's like I said, it was what she did and the way she did it. It was just like she tried.
Dallas?
Yeah, it was just like like I'm gonna pop off and I'm gonna basically talk shit. And the other, what I'd say, the other thing that set me off is you could look at her in the way she had no accent because she kept talking, and she clearly isn't from Boston. So you're with your Mavs friends, you're bandwagoning, and she's wearing a Pritchard uniform.
Hold on.
And I'm like, hold on. You ain't from Boston. You ain't from Boston. You ain't from Boston. You wearing a Pritchard jersey. You with you ass ain't a Boston fan. You some bandwagoner that likes Pritchard, and then you want to get up and start popping and running your mouth because your dude hits 1-3 in the entire fucking game, and you're like, yeah, motherfucker, Pritchard. And it's like, bitch, she hit one shot the whole game. Sit your ass down.
Jeez, I'm like, I'm not from Dallas. Listen to my U's and T's and D's.
Trust me, she a bandwagoner.
She's just a woman, and that's what offended Sticks.
Sticks a dirty dude. Yeah.
I love it. You and Big J just keep going at it. I love it.
I appreciate you, Jay.
I can't get my feelings hurt. So
Jay gave me my card for Dallas. Go ahead, Jay, man. I can walk in the hood now, Jay.
All right, I'm gonna try and find some Mavericks content. Good night, guys.
Jay, we go to the hood, man. I gotta give me some of the hood streets, and I love going. Like, I'm for real. When I go over there next time, now that I know like more people from Dallas, when I went there, I didn't know anybody from Dallas. I'm gonna definitely hit y'all up with some spots and all that stuff to go to.
Gina Kim.
She got him. She living in his head like the Boston Celtics fans to Kyrie.
Yeah, all those jerseys, all those free shirts we got were living in Gina Kim's popcorn last time we went. Both the free shirts that shot at us landed right in her popcorn. Everybody missed them and they bounced off, and both times they hit her popcorn. Her popcorn just went flying everywhere twice.
Damn, Gina Kim, you're not on point.
Gina Kim didn't even see both of them coming. She's just sitting there and eating the popcorn, and the shirts went up, and we're all standing up, and just poof, it just like slammed her popcorn. Oh man,
that's awesome. That's really awesome. Y'all did that. Like I said, I get over there, man. I be feeling.
Yeah, we had fun
all the way over here, man. But that's all right though. Wait till them Rangers play the Orioles. I'm gonna try to go to that game.
Oh man! All right,
I went last year. Those Sticks, y'all beat the hell out of us though that game, man. I was sitting there like, damn. It was like,
no, did you
19 to like 2 or something like that? I'm like, damn. It was the first.
It was
time
crazy. So we
jerseys and all.
Normally we go into normally like you can, because the Rangers were starting to get popular, but still normally you could just like go up and get a ticket. So we decided one night we're like, hey, we'll just go up there and get like 5 tickets and go watch the Rangers game against the Dodgers. Oh, that was a bad idea. I couldn't believe how many Dodger fans there were in DFW. I was like, what?
You saw it in the Rangers Stadium. I'm about to say you went to the Dodger Stadium?
No, it was here. And like that place was, I mean, they were sold out all weekend. And like when we were driving up, there were Dodgers fans everywhere.
Bro, the Dodgers are a big team, man. The Dodgers are real.
That was crazy last year. I couldn't believe
like
that.
50 all-stars on their team. They just choke most of the time.
Yeah, they just buy
teams
just
like
buy
them,
everything.
They're supposed to win it every year. Atlanta's supposed to win it every year. The Yankees are supposed to win it every year. Like these guys are spending hella money every year. They have
Dodgers are making the Yankees look like they don't even win. Yeah, Dodgers making the Yankees look like they didn't spend money now. Like
the Dodgers are paying all that money right now to a DH.
I know.
And they're talking about giving him the MVP. He doesn't even pitch this year. I don't understand baseball.
How much is he? Has these home runs? Like, what is he hitting right now?
No, he's hitting. Oh,
my God, that home run he hit the other night was ridiculous.
Oh no, Shohei's a beast. Oh, he's a beast at what he does. But he's not pitching, and I'm like, damn, he don't play the field. Like for real, y'all can give him the MVP.
Yeah, what is he hitting? Let's see, players, home runs. He's not even number 1 in home runs though.
Nah, Aaron Judge is.
Did Judge get hurt?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I thought I saw he got hurt.
He got hit by a pitch when we played him, but then he missed 1 game and came back.
Dude, so he's at 30 home runs again.
Yep.
God,
I think Gunnar Henderson said it's 27th today.
26.
Or 26. There you go. He's somewhere up near the top.
Yeah, and then Ohtani is 25.
Yep. And Gunnar plays shortstop.
Yeah, Seager's gotten up to 14. He started out slow, and he's got quite a bit up there now. Yeah.
Gunnar plays shortstop and he's 22 years old in his 2nd year. That dude should be MVP.
I'm curious to see. I really am curious to see now that Langford got the home run out of the way, because then he hit 2 nights later, he hit a grand slam. And like you were talking about that strike zone, it is legit. Like that strike zone, what they've done to him is bullshit. So I'm curious to see, because Langford looks like, he could be like another Gunner.
I mean,
I love it
he's
because Gunner got an awesome strike zone. He get like every time to the plate he get a strike called the ball. I mean, if I was on the other team,
he's popular now, so that helps.
He there's been a couple of times he had a home run after he should have been out. I'd be like, oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, Langford is that kid is fucking, that dude is unreal. For his age to come out of draft and he's in the pros within 6 months as soon as the season starts.
The thing
That doesn't happen that
thing
often.
about Gunner, I love Gunner plays the game like he wants to win. Like he plays every possession. So like even when he's running on the base, he's giving it his all. Running the first base,
Dude,
running around, making it a double.
yeah, it's the same. That's the same thing with Wyatt. Have you seen that play of Wyatt early in the year?
Guy. I'm saying, yeah, I agree with him. I'm just saying this is what I love.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
Gunner,
like, we're talking about running the bases. Did you see that play? Did you see that play Wyatt did earlier in the year where he on a ground like just a single, he almost went from first to home?
Go home. Yep, I saw it.
Like they barely got him, and you're like, motherfucker just tried to pull off a triple.
Trust me, I watch enough of the Rangers with a bunch of Rangers fans around me. I see enough of y'all games.
God, it was like
enough of y'all highlights, let's say at least, and then talk to the folks.
Well, between him and then Gunner, and then what's his name? Oh my God, the St. Louis guy, the fastest
shortstop.
Yeah, well, I think any shortstop.
You talking about shortstops? You gotta include KC, Bobby Witt Jr.
No, I'm just talking about like the three, like speed wise, like Gunner. I mean, the way these guys run bases and shit. What's his name from St. Louis?
Ellie.
God, he is unreal on the bases.
From Cincinnati, that dude.
Oh, Cincinnati. That's right, Cincinnati.
MLB.
That dude can fly.
His bat is just inconsistent. He gets he's streaky at his bat. If his bat ever gets like consistent, because he has pop, it's just about hitting and not striking out. If he gets there though, that dude, if he gets on base, it's damn near run every time.
Yeah, what he did the other day, he stole all 3 bases.
Yep. he'll steal like 3 bases in 2 pitches.
He stole second, stole third, and then literally they weren't paying attention. He just lines up, walks out, and run home and steals it. You're like, Jesus.
Yeah, that dude's fast as hell, man.
Yeah,
he's tall as hell to still be like he's tall. So if he stretches for a slider, so like he's a beast. He's a beast.
Yeah. So
it's baseball. I mean, baseball is in a good position right now. Real talk. It's better than it's been for a while. It was getting boring, real boring for a second.
Well, it's getting some good players and it's getting some more teams involved again, which always helps.
And they're speeding the game up, making it shorter.
Yeah. Oh my God. The pitch clock is so much better.
I love it. I know people that's like real traditionalists hate the pitch clock. They hate the ghost runner. I love all that. I'm like, thank you, baseball.
BJ, nobody needs to go to Harry Hines.
I got you, Big J. Like I said, wherever, Big J.
Oh my God!
I made sure
it's
I
funny
saw Cowboy Stadium when I was there.
Damn, y'all, they gonna waive Landry Shamet. They wouldn't even take Tim Hardaway's expiring contract.
Y'all picking Landry Shamet up off the street?
Not with Timmy still on the books.
I mean, we still get rid of Timmy. I'm just saying, would you grab him now to have him?
Nah, there's other people I'd rather have more.
Okay.
Dude, the fact is, the problem with Nico right now is nobody wants Timmy or Maxey. They don't want him. That's just the reality of it. Nobody wants him.
You had the 3-team trade. You had to do a 3-team trade and include Josh Green.
Yeah. That would be the one saving grace.
Yeah, you got to find a 3-team trade and you got to include Josh Green in the draft picks. Get off. As I said, get off of everybody.
Dude, NBA Central is so. Oh my God.
I hate Twitter
the fake one.
I hate these damn checks with Twitter now because you got to make sure everything is legit, man.
No, they posted Josh Giddey reportedly purchased R. Kelly's Chicagoland.
Oh yeah, I saw that, man. They ridiculous.
That's so wrong.
But I mean, people be posting some wild stuff, and I'd be like, damn, it look legit as far as like trades and things like that. I'm like, oh, that ain't real.
Did you? So that was my whole point earlier. I changed. I don't know if you saw any of my posts in there. I changed my bio. It says my bio now says Let's see what's again. Anti-journalists covering groundbreaking news on things that didn't happen, keeping it real. So like all my posts today have just been breaking news of nothing happening. Because everybody's I'm like, oh, there's a post. The Mavericks are in trade talks for Giannis and all these people. But so far nobody's taking. But things could change at any moment because that's what these guys keep saying. And I'm like, for more groundbreaking master journalism skills, please follow. I'm just straight trolling. Like TGK said, that's how he's going to announce me now when I come on the show. The anti-journalist. I'm tired of the bullshit. 4 Eastern.
Yes. Well, 3 yard time. Yes.
Well, that's when the second round starts?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, man.
They don't think anybody cares about the second round.
That's factual.
But it's crazy, though, because Bronny might be in the second round. That's the one they should have had later.
He going undrafted.
He might. he might be. I'm not even saying he might.
Somebody going to pick him up.
But I really think somebody going to pick him up, though.
Spend
too much attention on him for it not to.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, that's the thing. The fun thing, though, like you saw LeBron.
What I'm thinking though is this whole JJ Redick stuff that's popping up since he's been the head coach. Are the Lakers about to go down? Like what is people going to stay here and all that? Like are they going to be able to keep JJ Redick?
Wait, wasn't it James Worthy that was joking about that though? Even he was joking about
that wasn't no joke. They done found something where JJ Redick has supposedly called slurs to black people, Hispanic people, and it was one more. Damn, man, it's been black.
Because that one girl makes a post.
Asians. He actually was on the commercial for the Asian people when he called them the C word, and he had to apologize for that for the Chinese folks.
The only person I've seen say that he said the N word was the girl from Duke that's claiming 20 years later.
Yes.
Said it.
So what I've said, so she started to smoke. So after that, now it's a literally a letter that he supposedly sent in the past, an email. Where he said something where he was saying the N word in it, and he also used the S word for Hispanic people. So then, after that, somebody else then came out and said it was something else that he said. Then they brought up the old Chinese Happy New Year thing that he said, and he used the C word for them in that statement. He literally said it in the commercial and had to do an apology. And was getting booed in China when they played in China. He had a 10 for 10 game or whatever, and they started cheering him or something like that. And he said afterwards it was the best, it was the softest boos ever, and they went from booing me to cheering me. Yeah, there's stuff going on right now with JJ where he's been saying stuff he's in public that he probably shouldn't be saying.
I don't know if I believe that girl though. Everybody's been calling her out for that.
But I'm telling you, so I'm gonna tell you this: the girl just started. That's what I'm saying. The Chinese thing is 100% fact. There's no lie in it. There's no. He can't go.
Bro, there's proof of that one.
Look it up right now on Google. They will show it to you. It's 100% fact. The email thing they're trying to figure out. It's probably gonna be an investigation on that you're gonna hear about pretty soon. Where he been saying that it's this dude. What's the show called? Dreamers Pro. The guy, I forgot what his name is, but Dreamers Pro. He a Clippers fan. He hates the Lakers, and also he does everything as far as when the Lakers, something the Lakers doing crazy, he'll make a video about it. He has a bunch of videos right now about
this JJ thing. I didn't know he was Nigerian. I didn't know he was actually in Nigeria.
He's actually in Nigeria?
Yeah, he's broadcasting from Nigeria.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because he barely has an accent.
Yeah, I know I thought he was here in America somewhere.
He said he's supposed to be moving back to America, I think, next year. But
he's living in Nigeria right now. That's cool. But just go Dreamers Pro. Look at that on YouTube right now. He got his last couple videos, I think, about JJ Redick. And even today, I think Chris Broussard on First Things First said about they starting to talk about it, saying if he did this, he need to come out and take accountability for it and all that. Like, no, it's smoke. Trust me, Sticks.
I don't care either way.
I think it was what's the name, Worthy, because I think he does play-by-play or something on the Lakers network, and he
Did we lose Big J?
Uh-oh. I heard the worthy thing about Bronny and all that when they caught him on the hot mic.
Yeah, when he was talking about, I'm going to just say the greatest player of all time or something.
Yeah. And he got all that.
Yeah,
like the thing about, like I said, China is 100% true. You can look at that on Google right now. I didn't even know about that until just now. I saw the video when he did it. I was like, damn, I didn't know JJ Redick did that. It's like, yeah, that's real. Especially she started the smoke thing. And I don't know, like I said, it just came out of nowhere. And it's like, why would she just say that, though? That's my thing. Like, that's just
because
weird.
It's free publicity for her.
I feel you, man, but that's just a weird statement out of nowhere. Just say somebody just did to you, man.
I mean, but why didn't she say it when he was a player? Why didn't she say it when he was
because
doing
she
his
watched him get to a
podcast?
different level now? Like, and people say stuff at different times. There's a whole bunch of people that say somebody did something to me, or there's a bunch of people that had stuff done stuff to them a whole bunch of times, and then don't say nothing until they got the nerve to say something. Then, like, damn, it's just getting to me enough. I'm just saying, after the stuff looking like she might be telling the truth. From all the other evidence I'm saying about JJ Redick's past, he literally didn't know to not say a slur on a commercial.
See, Sticks, you're just not famous enough for all your stuff to come out yet.
So he literally had to apologize for a commercial. This dude is an NBA player on a commercial, don't know that he shouldn't say certain things.
I told my wife the one good thing about when I was running for office is that I don't have to worry about any of that, because if anybody says, you said this, I'd be like, yep, I said it.
That's the best way to go. That's why Chris Broussard said he needed just go ahead and if he did it, just say it. But the thing is, like I said, it's the Lakers. So it's like he had no experience. All this, it's really going to look real bad if it's legit. You could have had Sam Cassell. You could have had anybody else. You could have had somebody. You gave JJ Redick $8 million a year.
Yeah, but if they get him on that, they'll void contract violation, and then they'll get a free of it.
And then it's going to be they got to get their fifth coach in 5 years, right?
I mean, JJ really don't count, though, if that's the case. He wasn't there long enough to matter.
I mean, he was hired, so it is. He's their coach right now. He was just in the draft room helping them draft. They about to get a whole new system on their phone and all that stuff for JJ Redick. Saying what he said them plays.
The app. They were talking about doing an app and all that,
Yeah.
Oh, man.
There is smoke, though. I guess I don't know how much fire going to be made from this, but there's smoke. But with all that being said, y'all, I'm probably just going to end the show because we at midnight now.
Yeah, we way past.
Well, on my side, we at midnight. Y'all on 11. Because they showing baseball, and I know Big J don't want to speak on We Talk MLB. So it just keeps getting me thinking about baseball even more. So I'll end it with that. The Mavericks didn't do anything round one, y'all. But we got another round tomorrow. They may not do anything as well, but they do have a draft pick. So something will happen tomorrow. We'll see y'all then. And other than that, y'all, peace. Appreciate everybody that was on the stage and everybody else that tuned in.